All right, hey guys, welcome to GI Live. Today we're going to be streaming The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. My name is Brian Shea. I'm joined today by Joe Juba.
Hey, that's me.
And Mr. Dan Tack on the sticks.
Hello there.
Who's carefully resizing and adjusting the gamma.
Yeah, so this is the integral part of every gaming experience these days, it feels, adjusting the brightness setting.
Yeah, at least we bypassed the installation.
Yeah, exactly.
We got that far.
And entering any online passes. Oh, here we go, starting off right here. We're starting from the beginning.
Terrified,
It's a good place to start.
clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress.
So what's etiquette
from
here?
here
Do we
to
talk
the
over this, or do we
most
just let
rapid
people
Yeah, I mean, we can
enjoy
we
it?
can, we can have people ask questions. I have a feeling a lot of people who are going to be watching this are also going to be playing this, so they'll see this for themselves as well.
That's true.
Are you going to play this game, Brian?
Oh, I am.
It's out tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's tomorrow. PC, PlayStation 4, which is what we're playing on, and Xbox One. So among the three of us, we have a pretty different levels of experience with the Witcher series. Joe, you reviewed the first one for Game Informer.
Correct. Yep.
And
I think I was actually second opinion on it. I
Okay.
think it's our former PC editor, Adam Biesner, who was actually the official review on it.
all right. And Dan, you played the second entry in the series.
Yes.
And how did you like that? I know it's been a while since
I
we
like
have.
the second one, as I recall. I wasn't a big fan of the first one, to be completely honest.
And it sounds like Joe is kind of the opposite
Yeah,
direction.
it is kind of the opposite for me. I really enjoyed the first one a lot, but the second one was one of those games that I tried to start like 2 or 3 times and got an hour or two into it, and just like it never just grabbed me. And of course, in the years since, people have told me that intro is just sort of infamously difficult to penetrate. But yeah, I don't know.
And then get to me, and I've never played a Witcher game. I think I played The Witcher 2 on console very briefly at PAX East 2012.
Okay. Very nice.
And that's about it. So I'm really excited to try to dive into this game. Kim, who wrote our review, loved it.
Yeah.
9.75 out of 10.
That's a pretty big score.
That's a very rare air, we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did Bloodborne get from us?
975.
Okay.
There it
so-
is. First Bloodborne mention of the...
Well, I bring
No, I mean,
I don't
understand.
I
It's
don't bring it
pertinent.
up for any other reason other than to point out that, if you're talking about, we're coming up on about, halfway through the year or so, and we've got like at least 2 high Game of the Year contenders. I also remember Ori and the Blind Forest scoring really
9.5, I
really
think.
well.
Reiner gave it.
somewhere up there. So it's just I like when the year sort of starts to take shape and what the big titles are kind of start to stand out from the crowd, and this is one of them for sure.
Sure.
So, yeah, Kim. We would have Kim on, by the way, if we could, but she's currently traveling out of town. She's the expert on it, but we still know our RPGs around here,
yeah, we like to think so anyway.
or at least Tack and I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this other guy, I don't know if he's any played any games, but
Yeah, I don't play any games. It's weird how I got hired here.
No, you played Citizens of Earth.
I played Citizens of Earth. I
There you
played,
go.
I played Mortal Kombat.
All right.
All right, so here
so
we
we're getting
are.
into it. All right.
So I guess that was not the beginning of a new game.
Okay. Well, the intro sequence, what you need. So.
Sure. So what do we want to do, Dan?
All right, so on my own playthrough, I'm probably going to pick this just to see how hard it is.
Are
but,
you serious?
But for today, we're going to go with regular.
Okay. And if I remember,
I think we're supposed to put
yeah,
this
we do
on,
want
yeah?
that. Yeah. If I remember Kim
Simulate a Witcher
correctly,
2 save. Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah,
do
all
it.
right.
Oh, is this going to be like a
It'll
visual
probably make
novel
us,
type thing?
Like a randomly
yeah.
generate, maybe, or something. I don't know.
It'll probably take us through one of the key decisions that you made in Witcher 2.
Kind of like Dragon Age Keep
Oh,
or
I see.
Mass Effect.
That's my guess anyway.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. But I think Kim mentioned that you can switch your difficulty on the fly also.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good.
She did mention to me that.
Whoa!
Welcome to The Witcher. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's
Heard of the
there'll
Headless
be no
Horseman,
shortage
but-
of that.
Yeah. Wait, is that Geralt and like older Geralt at the same time? Is this a time traveling?
No, Joe, that's The Witcher 4.
Yeah. Ah.
And also, if you guys have any questions you want to throw our way, whoa,
Oh,
feel free to
man.
do so when we're not
Yeah.
slack jaw watching these cinematics.
Like,
Wow.
when
That
you
was
when you
pretty
hear
cool.
people talk about dark fantasy,
Yeah.
you think of like Dragon Age in some ways started out at least to try and be a fairly dark fantasy, but then then there's The Witcher. This is pretty much as dark as dark fantasy gets.
Well, you know, Dark Souls.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. All right, now that was you. You brought it up
I did that
time. All right,
We are talking about dark fantasy.
that's true.
So I think it's appropriate this time.
I'm liking the production value so far. Whoa. Do I smell? That's the first question coming in. I'll leave that to Joe and Dan since they're
Yes, you do, Brian.
okay.
Well, Joe already answered that one.
Yeah.
So I don't
Man, yeah, this does look really cool.
It does. As expected.
You know, and it. All right, I may just be talking out of nowhere on this, but it does seem like with graphics as good as they are now, it seems like there's a decreased emphasis on like flashy cinematics. It seems like they use a lot more like in-game, in-engine kind of stuff.
But this is kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
I'm really
loving
liking this.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll never see Blizzard move away from cinematics. Speaking of big cinematics, but yeah, I mean, CD Projekt Red, they done a great job with this opening scene.
That crow is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the commenters, Yvonne C3PO, is saying the crow is OP.
Yeah. Yep. Nerf crow, please.
Yes,
Oh,
Nerf
boy.
crow.
Oh
And
boy.
From BioShock Infinite, isn't that a vigor?
It is.
Just kill people with it?
Whoa.
Oh, not so
Oh.
OP now.
Well,
man, that
looks
crow-
like the crow met its match.
Someone totally nerfed that crow.
Oh.
Somebody is asking, will graphics ever get this good in gameplay?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I
It's
think we asked
inevitable,
that.
right? Look at the way technology is
I
going.
think we asked that question when Final Fantasy VII hit. We were like, "Wow, are the graphics ever going to look this good when we're playing a game?"
exactly. And the answer to like, if you ever think, "Wow, games will never look this good," they will.
You'll be wrong at
Yeah,
some
it's
point.
just-
in
it's just a
time.
matter of time.
If you ever say that in your life, you will be wrong.
They're asking what system we're playing this on. We are playing this on the PlayStation 4. It is also coming available tomorrow on Xbox One and PC.
Yep.
All right, so that was a sweet little opener there.
Sure. I'm also told you can jump right into this game without knowing the story of the other two, which is interesting. So
I've heard
see.
some
Yeah.
of the backstory helps a little, but yeah, I mean you'll be fine without it, I think.
Yeah. This may be the time to bring up that I know there's some nudity in. Oh no. Okay, it's dude.
I remember this from the code.
Dudity. Okay. Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Nice.
It's just a typical day.
Oh no!
Things
This
just
is
got
like a
not so
nightmare.
nice, yeah.
This is a straight up nightmare. Get out!
We need a writer here for
Oh
a get
no.
out of there.
Oh no! Oh god!
It's cool. He's a Witcher man.
He feels. Oh,
Oh.
where's no?
No, I don't find that amusing.
Ah. Okay. Some sort of magic scorpion.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
Weird.
Some sort of magic scorpion. I like. Yeah.
That gives a no.
It
Never
wasn't
mind.
meant to amuse, but to prod
Yeah, this game is rated M.
Yeah.
By the way, Joan.
Yeah.
Wait, everyone watching.
Okay, so the brief history, or I guess not even brief history, but like, if you're not familiar with The Witcher, what you need to know is that this dude is Geralt.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Witcher, and a Witcher is a sort of is someone who's like raised from when they are young with these sort of mutant abilities that sets them up, sort of above and beyond the normal, normal warriors.
They get like, as I recall, they're like completely DNA makeup gets changed or whatever through like alchemy and potions and stuff, right?
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
process kills most people, but the badasses become super badasses.
Right,
Something
right.
like that.
And that's why, like, so Witchers are able to sort of like use potions and magic and stuff that other people can't because their bodies have sort of been conditioned to handle it in a way that like normal people wouldn't be able to. So that's that's the basic who that character is. I also know that he's got a couple love interests going on here.
Yep.
This is
I'm assuming one of them.
The core love interest, right?
this is Yennefer, who okay. So I was asking Kim about this before. I guess if there's sort of a divide among Witcher fans because The Witcher is based on a like Polish series of novels, and the people who have sort of like read the novels and gotten into them are totally on Team Yennefer. So I guess that the book sort of fleshed out that relationship a little more because Witcher 1 and 2 definitely leans more in the Triss direction, you know. So Kim was saying that like as someone who was into the game, she was all about Triss because she's been your sort of primary connection. Yennefer, though they've mentioned her before, I think this is sort of the first time that she's a significant like love interest entity in the game.
Okay.
You know.
So what we're seeing right now is that Witcher sense.
Yeah, it highlighted the keys for me to find.
So is that comparable to like Batman's detective vision or
detective vision, eagle vision,
Yeah.
all that stuff? I mean, we've seen it before, but
My Witcher sense is tingling.
yeah.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
the armor there is pretty well detailed.
Yeah. And Ciri is another character who I believe is also being trained as a Witcher. This is just based on sort of like pre-release info, but
Guess she
Whoa.
prefers practice to theory.
yeah. Okay, there we go.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through
Who
that
takes
brick.
one bite out of an
She took
apple?
off.
I think it was a really bad apple.
You got to get really tired after that
Wait,
one bite.
Yeah, it's like I mean, or it's like some sort of cursed apple, like a sleeping
Snow
potion
White
apple.
or-
Yeah, exactly, Snow White.
Or
Or
maybe
is
you
it
bite
Sleeping Beauty? I don't know.
you bite into it and it's real mealy. Then it's just like I'm throwing this away.
Well, then you throw it away. You don't be like, I'm going to set it here among my books and then
tired.
take a nap.
He was tired.
Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard.
Somebody's asking if he should sell his 360 hard drive to get this. That's a weird trade-off.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure. Depends on how much you use the 360.
The whippersnapper refuses
But-
to do as she's told.
yeah. Also, why do you have a spare 360 hard drive? Or B, if you only have one, then the answer is no. I mean, then don't. Then just sell the whole system if you're going to sell something.
To be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that if she's to become one of us.
So Daniel just made some sort of dialogue choice. I
I did.
noticed.
It didn't seem very important, but there was one made. Yes.
Just brings up
Basically,
the.
whether I supported Ciri's actions or didn't.
So
Yeah.
for those like me who are new to this series, morality choices come into play a lot in this game, in this series.
There are paths that you go down. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not just the sort of thing where it's like you make one choice and then you might like you get a slightly different picture at the end.
man.
Well, there may be some of that, but
Right.
like
Good
like
catch.
The Witcher 2 anyway, I know is like significant portions of the game are drastically different
You have
based
to make
on choices
yes.
that you've made.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Wrong. Footwork.
You know another game that did that I loved, by the way, just
I
totally
would love to hear about
totally
this.
out of nowhere is the PS2 RPG Radiata Stories.
What do you
Really?
I can't say
Which is,
no.
I'm
that
not
one.
familiar with
It's
it.
it's a tri-ace RPG that I think
I'd
is
probably love it then.
It's super underrated. It's basically it's got kind of a Suikoden element where you have to
Okay.
just go around and collect a bunch of different party members and
Right.
stuff like that. You're in this world, but there's a point where like 2/3 of the way through the game, you make a choice where it's like, do I want to side with these guys or with these guys? And like that last third of the game is just completely different based on which one you choose,
Sure.
and it also changes like which characters you can align with.
So for those such as myself, once again, who are unfamiliar with Witcher lore, is there a reason that they all have like the white hair?
Let's say yes, but I don't want to spoil it for you.
I think you're just saying that out of.
I might be.
But you never know.
You wouldn't
I'll
know.
never know.
Shall we run the walls?
Oh, somebody is also sharing your love for that PS2 RPG you mentioned.
Yeah.
ODD low.
To the bottom.
I think Ciri. Somebody's asking if that is a girl or a guy. I believe Ciri is a girl.
It's a girl. Also, Yes, it's the same voice as the iPhone thing. Or not the same voice. It's the same name that the voice on your iPhone has.
That would be really weird if it was the same voice.
Yeah,
too.
no, it's also not. It's not the same voice, but it's a similar name spelled differently, though.
Mm-hmm.
People seemed really fond of bringing that up.
What did I tell you about
I resisted the urge to.
Yeah, well.
rhythm with your steps?
Okay.
Falling great height can lead to injury
Careful.
or even death.
It's not telling me how to do it, though. All right.
So I think you just drop
That's
off, right?
fine. That's fine. Okay.
All right.
This one
Climb
maybe
down
it's
this
This
saying
one
Yeah.
might want to take the ladder.
what? All right.
Oh, I see you're going back up there.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Okay. Okay.
This is one fast little Witcher.
She's got some good footwork. Geralt doesn't even praise her for it. That's pretty sweet.
Whoa.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. So falls can do damage.
Yeah, that was pretty significant for that short of a fall,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Run into trouble? Should I turn back and help you?
Oh man, she's getting a little.
She's trash talking.
Yeah,
Geralt.
she
Yeah.
is. This whippersnapper needs a lesson.
Was she an internet commenter?
No.
Oh,
Wow.
hold X while running to sprint.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Oh no. Vesemir's
no.
got that look.
Uh-oh.
What did you expect?
All right, I have a feeling there's going to be a choice coming up here.
There are always choices.
Somebody made a comparison to the Witcher hair to the Devil May Cry hair.
Oh yeah, there's that. I guess. Oh, that guy's face has a problem.
He got into a couple of scraps.
Yeah.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
Those guys don't have dumb hair.
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that.
Bald
But when you
Bulldozer
fight
on
a
Twitch
beast,
is, I
knowledge
believe,
counts as
referencing
much as your
Jeffem's
silver sword.
Witcher 3
At the
character
very
guide by
least,
naming him
you want to be able
Geralto
to tell a
Rivera.
ghoul from an
I,
elf.
What? No.
Jeffem's guide.
Did you not? You not get the joke about Geraldo Rivera?
Yeah, I know, but
Okay. Okay.
I was just.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you.
I got the Geralto Rivera.
Okay. Okay.
You were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Again, we are playing on PlayStation 4.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword.
She really is a lot smaller than the rest of those guys. How old is she supposed to be?
What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the
I
fundamentals or
don't
go
know.
right
I
to
also
free
don't know where
training?
this falls in the timeline either. It seems like this is probably maybe further back than the events of Witcher 2,
Should work on the basics.
or maybe not.
Skilled
I'm
masters need to hone
not
the
aware.
fundamentals.
This is my first time
Ciri's
touching the
barely a
game.
Yeah.
novice.
I guess we'll see.
So we get 2 swords, yeah?
Yeah. So the way I think it's like you have a.
Ooh.
Oh, this will explain.
gosh.
Okay.
Wow. I have an essay to read. All right.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady.
So far, we have, like you said earlier, Joe, we have this and Bloodborne, I think, are our lone 9.75 reviews
Yep. And
this
no
year.
and no 10s.
No
this year
10s so far. We have a couple of 9.5s. At least we had Ori in the Blind Forest.
Did Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat got 9.25.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, last year.
what did Axiom Verge get? Was that pretty high up there?
I don't remember.
It was a
that.
good score.
9.25, something in there, I think.
See how Geralt holds his sword.
Last year, our game of the year was
Dragon
Dragon
Age.
Age, and that
sure was.
Hey, enough. But by the way, fans of Dragon Age will probably enjoy The Witcher 3. But that was a 9.5, so we're definitely sort of up in that. I mean, that's sort of up in that territory.
And I mean, what other games in the past can you remember have gotten 9.75? Just so we have some sort of point of reference, even though every reviewer is going to have a slightly different.
Yeah,
standards.
I mean, at some point you really are comparing apples to oranges
Sure.
on that front. But I mean, like in terms of games that I know, Metal Gear Solid 3 got a 9.75. Red Dead Redemption got a 9.75. I'm having trouble remembering all of them. We don't get a lot. I think The Last of Us got a 9.75 also.
I thought that the Last of Us Remastered got it. Did it get a 10? Maybe.
Maybe Remastered got a 10, but I think the original release was a 9.75. Yeah,
We can actually look it up through the power of the internet.
Yeah, well, I mean,
We don't need that.
yeah, all you need to know is that this game is definitely sort of, you know, according to Kim, this game is up there in that tier of just, you know, fantastic titles. So.
Damn it.
It's just taking us through. We didn't need to do this, but I guess I'm glad we did.
Whoa.
Axie can really muddle your mind.
Axie sign to temporarily disorient
Yeah,
your
he's
opponent.
disoriented. Pretty seriously.
Erden now. Show her, Geralt.
Going through all the signs here.
Mr. Dan Tack right
Yes,
here is
sir.
the one playing. People are asking who is playing.
Yeah.
Because your
It's
hands
not
are
me.
below the desk, so nobody. It just
not
sounds
me.
like we're sitting here like Mystery Science 3000. Just trying to stare at 3000.
Daniel wants to make sure that no one just sees the frantic panic button smashing that's going on down there.
Quen'll dampen the blow.
Somebody saying this reminds them of Dragon Age, which I mean, obviously it's going to based on the setting and kind of the aesthetics here.
Yeah, I think a few differences to note would be that like Dragon Age was made on was a cross-generational title. Mm-hmm. This is like PC and new generation consoles only.
Wii U.
So, but I guess I haven't played enough to know how the structure and the story sort of compare. But
Hey, well, let me use my sword. Just keeps hitting me.
Can you disorient him real quick using that move, and then you can? Oh, there you go.
I give up. Leave me alone.
This does have the patch on PS4 installed already.
Yep.
If we're talking about the same patch, I believe Dan is going to be playing the whole time. People are asking, are we going to switching around? We may change up a
I think
little
we should
bit.
get
from
Brian the
time to time.
Master at the controls.
Yeah.
But even though Dan just went through the tutorial and I have no idea how to play aside from square,
Actually,
swing your sword.
I was advised to do the tutorial because it was supposed to teach us some advanced stuff, but it was all really simple stuff. So that's good.
This is single player only, no multiplayer.
Like I want to
and-
mention
Yep.
this right now. Like in comparison to the Witcher 2 tutorial, that was like the breeziest thing ever. The Witcher 2 tutorial
Yeah, I mean,
made people quit that game before they even got into it.
Exactly. Exactly. The first attempt that I made at that game was like, because it wasn't like, oh, this is too hard, I don't like it or
Right.
something. But I think it just came out at a time when it was like, I had a lot of things I wanted to play, and I did not have fun in my first like 10 minutes of The Witcher.
You don't
and I
have
was like,
have fun in the first hour.
Yeah.
It's like here's a potion in a sack. Go do something with it, and
And-
then you have to like parry the correct move 7 times in a row, right? It's just
Yeah,
like whoa, no.
yeah, it was not interesting. So I think I just moved on to something else and then never picked it up again.
Sure.
Now I've always wanted one of these like dummies to just beat the crap out of and have like,
Whoa.
One of those dummies, Brian.
well, maybe not one of those dummies, but like the dummies you see in a lot of the training grounds and games.
Sure.
What?
Something has happened.
Okay, whoa, okay.
This is what happens when you mess with alchemy.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, whatever that was, it looked pretty serious.
That's pretty sweet. Loading screen. All right.
So
Yeah.
far, those have been pretty mild, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, for how big the world is.
It's no
I mean,
blood.
We're not in the world yet.
Exactly, but
And hey, wait a minute. They patched that.
Okay, I missed the dates, but I mean,
1272.
Geralt has a different hairstyle at least, so we know it's not. We know it was a little while ago.
You all right?
Oh, so was that whole thing a nightmare?
About?
Crap.
I think it was a flashback.
It'll take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was
It's a
nightmare.
dream, as was just explained right here.
But it could have been a nightmare about an event in his
In
past.
the guest room at KAER MORHEN.
Maybe
I
not.
was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Tutorial dreams.
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there.
Oh,
Seems so real in my dream, though.
cool.
Was she?
The
I'm glad
banana,
it's-
the banana effect is asking if we're going to archive this. We will be archiving this stream, and you can watch it at your leisure.
Yep.
We'll find her.
In the dream. When
I like it how it
Siri-
explicitly tells us that it was a dream. It's actually pretty
Yeah.
useful based on
Yeah,
our
yeah.
Those were
questions.
the days.
Like, just as we were asking the questions, it was answering them for
Trained
us.
kids
very
who were
nice of them.
faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
Is this an
It was
AMA
just
session?
a
Somebody's
dream.
asking. Within reason.
We are fielding questions.
It's not an AMA. It's
Uh,
AMA, and we'll see.
yeah.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
I love the fact that they have two swords.
Wait.
Because like one of them is for
me the letter.
beasts and one of them is for humans.
Yeah.
That's
Some
awesome.
hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby.
That's actually
That's
part of
what
the
she
thing.
wrote.
One of the things I really
Meanwhile,
liked
one
about the
woman
first
and
game,
another
which
burned
was a
the
lot
village
more
to
kind of
ground.
along the lines
All
of,
we can do is
you know, the
follow
old
our
school
trail, so
like
stop
Baldur's
talking
Gate
for a
style
minute.
RPG or
Sure.
something. You know, it's like which sword you were using was much more of a tactical
that?
thing.
And I think in
Does
this game,
smell
I think I
of
read
lilac
somewhere
and
that this game
gooseberry?
actually picks the sword for you depending on the situation, so it removes that element.
Oh, I like that. I mean,
I'm not
then
100%
again-
sure. I just read that.
Well, but then again, too, it is. I mean, it's like, is this a human or a monster?
else to
Well,
guide us
better
there.
choose the right sword. I mean, like if the game,
What's
if you're
this
gonna
supposed
choose
to
that sword anyway, it's not like there's a
Right.
choice
Have the
element.
Unicorn?
Unless you're an idiot and you're just like, I want to try and beat the game with silver sword all the time.
Stuffed
Sure.
But
Used it
Farewell
once
to
or
the
twice.
banana effect. It was great hanging with you, buddy. He's saying he's leaving.
Situations.
okay, well, good to see you.
He's one of my favorites.
Get up
Yeah.
to.
He's a good fella.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
There we go. Make it our first action here. First legit action, anyway.
Ghouls, man.
There we go.
All right, monsters. I like it.
I'm a big fan of monsters.
So, SPW Plays is asking, what happens if you use the wrong sword? Is it just less effective, or does it not work at all?
I don't know if you can. In
But I
this
mean,
game.
in the previous games, right?
In the previous games, you can. It's. I mean, it's still a sword. It's just not effective. It's not as
Okay.
effective. Yeah. But I mean, like, if I'm remembering correctly, it's like negligibly. Like, if you try and use the wrong sword against something, you're probably just not going to kill it. Like, using a normal sword against a monster, you pretty much need the silver one, I think.
Gotcha. USS Bear is saying hi to Dan.
Hi, USS Bear. I mean,
Nice.
hello.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's
Lilac
go
and
before any more
gooseberries.
show up.
All right, so meditation, I think, has been a common thread in all of the games, right? Is that kind of how you save or regenerate your health here?
Seems familiar. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played.
It says you can't use it on the hard difficulty, so that's cool.
Oh, man.
I'm looking forward to that.
Ever
Whoa,
tell you about this
that
sorcerer
pose
I
that
knew?
guy's in.
Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
And I don't. Big Daddy Toad is asking Joe what
you
his
can
favorite
move
color is,
emotions
but I don't
from
think
their
Joe really
blood.
has a favorite anything. I think he just has things he
Because
hates
by
less.
eating bloody corpses, they prevented
No, I'm not
redemption.
joyless. I like
Did you know that
I like the
living
color
blood
green, as a matter of fact.
Really
That's a good
upset
color.
him, too. His theory collapsed.
Pretty excellent vistas in this game so far.
Very green.
Yeah.
10 out of
It's
10.
not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the
This is
old
a pretty
borders
extensive tutorial.
as soon as he wins the war.
I get a little I kind of go back and forth because like Geralt's voice is like very suitable for him and very much a part of his character, and at the same time it's also just sort of like flat and inexpressive.
Reminds me of Raiden from Mortal Kombat the movie.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
Yeah.
Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily bad. It's just one of those where it's like, I mean, I see what they're going for. It works.
SPW Plays is saying maybe they have 2 separate upgrade paths for the 2 different swords.
I'm certain of it.
Oh man.
This looks like a saltier opponent than the Ghoul.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh.
Darker Key is asking how open this game is. From my understanding, once you kind of get into the main game, it's very open.
Yeah, I mean, we are still in the very early moments.
We are in the
so
tutorial.
It's
essentially.
Sort of on rails here, but yeah, I mean, I think I got to look at some of the map when Kim was playing it, and this game is just. I mean, I don't know how open in terms of like if it's just wide open fields or what, but like there is a ton of space in this game, like a ton of content to cover.
God, that was close.
What?
I was sure I'd end
Did
up
a
like
monster
my
give him that haircut?
It's Ringo Starr.
That's the Griffin special.
That is Ringo Starr.
Quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey, eat it alive, piece by piece.
Mess up their hair.
That's the Griffin cut.
Yeah.
You like a reward, I suppose.
Bald Bulldozer referencing the Zelda Wii U thing, asking if horses run into trees.
They call witches heartless.
Do you guys remember that presentation where that was the big reveal, is that the horse will not run into trees because real horses do not run into trees?
I haven't tried to run into a tree yet, so.
Yeah.
Like I said,
But I will try to do that. as soon
We'll
as we
test
get back
that
on
out
horse.
soon.
ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
What's it to you?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
see,
trust this guy.
There's an inn here in
Look at his haircut.
I like your style.
I don't know if you guys saw, Reiner has a hilarious gif of this guy just hitting his wheel with a hammer just over and over again.
I have not seen that.
Or it's a vine, not a gif.
Not a bad idea.
Have any of you guys read the Witcher novels?
Can't say I have.
No.
All right. Sorry, Forte, we cannot answer your question.
Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar. Let's go.
I do know you can change Geralt's beard and hair.
Flipsnip
Yeah.
has the privilege
Dynamic
of knowing
beard growth.
somebody who has that same hairstyle.
Huh. Does he work at the comic shop? Sorry.
Ah, it tells you their vulnerabilities.
Yes, Wu-Tang Windu. This is the first time we are playing this game. We kind of went over it earlier before more people joined, but Joe was one of the reviewers on the first game. He was the second opinion. So he played the first game. Dan played through the second game, and I have not played any Witcher games, but we are going into this game fresh on the stream.
So I'm trying to hit a tree here for somebody
Oh,
else.
that's a fence.
That is a fence. Here we go. Here's a tree. A solid tree.
All right.
Yo,
See what
yo.
happens.
Whoa!
I don't know.
I think you're just bad at steering the
I'm
horse.
instinctively dodging the trees.
okay, there we
against my
go.
will.
Well, okay. Hopefully that answers all of the horse navigation questions, because that's the extent of my expertise with them.
OG Kush 618 is asking if you can kill the bad hair guy. We sure hope so. That's hopefully one of the moral choices.
It's telling us right now that, you know, town guards and watchmen won't look well on us accosting others.
Okay. What if we cut them instead of accosted them?
That's definitely, you know, if we weren't showing off the game today, we would be doing some work in this village, I think.
Maybe we'll end the stream with that.
Oh man. I can never bring myself to do that. But
Well, it's
like,
always the I'll save my game.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Oh,
I did it in Skyrim.
And that's and
Who
that's that stuff I love, but I can never like stick with it after I do it. That's just too much.
Sure, it's rough.
Especially if
Alright.
it kills. Especially if quest givers can die. I hate when quest givers die. Stupid Dark Souls.
They're not quest givers; they're just NPCs.
Nah, whatever.
Oh boy, this looks like trouble.
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is your coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there. This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
Damn straight.
My arse it is.
Oh.
We're going to have a bar fight.
Oh, yeah, I heard that bar fights can indeed happen in this game, which is
It's
really
happening
cool.
right now.
That's one of the things I kind of, you know.
He was just kind of sat down.
Not that bar fights don't happen in the real world, but I don't think taverns are sort of the central meeting place that they once were. That's kind of. It'd be interesting. In a world like this, you could just go hang out and drink at the bar, and like every night you probably see someone get like punched out. It's
In
kinda
the
like
world of The Witcher, it would be way worse than that, likely. But
Oh yeah. I mean, they get their tongue ripped out and, you know, their corpse carried away by crows.
Jay
That sort of
Sarles is actually following up on our horse conversation, saying there's a button that you can press that will make your horse just follow the path.
We're used
Okay.
to it.
And I believe I do remember reading that.
Folk are jumping
That's
around
handy.
here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
He looks terrible.
Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
All right.
All right, what are we looking for? We can look for a woman. We can look for what she's got. We can talk about how busy this place
okay,
is.
that's an inventory. Okay,
Right.
I thought for a second it was just like
No, it was letting us know what we can do here.
Okay.
So what
Is
do we
there
want
a
to do?
contract on the Griffin? Let's ask about the contract on the Griffin, or we can.
Contract on that griffin?
Oh wow!
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the
Wu-Tang
lodge.
Window is very
Now
disappointed in
the
us for not
alderman don't
choosing
use the
women.
privy
We
without
can still,
asking the
you know,
Count's
that's a.
permission
I bet we can still select
it's
that.
not women. It's looking for a woman.
right, he's
or
referring-
looking for Yennefer.
Yes,
That's the
this
question.
particular interaction. Although there may be other interactions later in the game that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But in this case, we are very
Right.
specifically looking for
Yennefer,
Yeah.
yes.
Violet eyes.
Sorry, Wu-Tang
Dresses in
Windu.
Black and white. Riding in from Willoughby.
I wonder what would happen if you just like don't ask anyone about Yennefer. It's like, I know that's kind of what I'm supposed to be doing, but like,
I'm sure that's an option.
I wonder if that's
Not
the only way you
seen
can
or
end your
smelt such a lady.
interaction. I don't know.
Remember.
Yeah, especially.
if I were
hard to
Geralt, I
get
wouldn't be
this
telling these people anything.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folks
Nah, I
from
think he
all over.
surveyed the crowd when he
Might
came in
be
there,
worth
and
a while to
these
ask
guys are a
them.
bunch of lowlifes.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
He's not really worried about them.
Show me what you got.
Ah, clearly marked dialogue conversation enders. That's cool.
Yeah.
So now we know we can either, continue.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Hello, T Chang. Thanks for joining us.
They got my favorite stuff here. They got like chicken and swords and all the same stuff that I like.
One of the conversations that was going on before we started the stream was if there was any chocolate in this game. I guess somebody was mentioning chocolate, and that they got onto that topic. I don't see any in the shop.
I don't know, but now Daniel has me hungry for chicken and swords.
Yeah, it's cards too. Is there a card game in
I
this?
think there is
yeah.
actually. I believe there is a collectible card game within this game.
I'm sold. Give me
Yeah,
two
this
copies.
is right up your alley.
Just go play Terra Battle some more.
Oh, I
So-
could do that. Let's get some chicken, man.
So I guess if you hold X, your horse stays on the path, according to Silent Smoker. Sorry, he has a few threes instead of E's, so it threw me off there when I was trying to pronounce his
Okay.
name.
Pretty busy place you got.
Lots of smoking
Nations on the
enthusiasts in the
move.
comments.
Some search for kin.
There are.
Others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye.
Character models are
So
pretty awesome in this game.
Yeah, they do look
best
really
to
good.
make peace again.
I mean, I wouldn't say
Times like
it's
these,
quite
you
as
never know
good
what
as
tomorrow
Assassin's
will
Creed
bring.
Unity, which had some outstanding character models, like when they worked.
Oh, when they okay for a second, I was like, not
You're
sure
right.
if serious.
We got some real problems
Yeah,
here because
yeah.
this woman has a face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When they, like,
we're-
I mean, if you played Assassin's Creed Unity and you got glitch-free time,
I really
the characters
like-
looked amazing.
I really prefer it when they just are these sort of ghoulish masks of terror.
advantage
But
of
I mean, yeah, I mean, if they're like this, that's
Some weirdo in the comments named Andrew_Reiner says Shea stinks.
Just remember.
I like that guy. Can we promote him?
we should.
And everyone is just booing him.
I don't believe you.
All right.
Okay, one guy is booing him. I think he's not booing what he said. I think he's booing his presence.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
See, at least this guy has the decency to put on a hat if he has a dumb haircut.
I don't know. They're talking some real smack.
Norman Jaden checking in from his time with Heavy Rain, asking if this is on console or PC. This is PS4.
Yep.
Reiterating that. It's also on
Well,
PC and Xbox One.
Yeah.
But we are playing on PS4.
Oh, I just used the force command there.
Okay, so do other people see that, I wonder? Like, do they see some weird sort of glyph popping up around his face?
No, he just pulls the old, you don't need to see my identification.
Yeah, I suppose.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
People, the freak's taken Micah's
Oh, they do see it.
Okay, okay.
Your tongue if you don't shut up.
I like Geralt's style.
Yeah.
Part of what, okay, so this lands on something that I think is interesting in RPGs, and that's like so many of them give you that character creation screen, which I do love in, you know, a game like Dragon Age where it's really important for you to sort of like craft your own story for it. But I also really like the fact that Geralt is a character already.
You do get to play. I think it plays better for the narrative that you're playing a clearly defined character with a story.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, especially a story that just sort of needs to veer as dark as this one does. Like,
assistant professor in contemporary history at Oxford.
You're not telling the story of the, you know, plucky youngster who just saves the world no matter the cost. Like, Geralt's a man who, like, does some rough things and makes some sacrifices.
Seen anyone like that?
So, speaking of character creators in RPGs, when it comes to creation of your character, do you tend to go like an idealized version of yourself? Do you create somebody completely different from you? What do you tend to do?
Oh, that's a good question.
You strike me as a
I don't know. I tend to make old men a lot. Like, if it lets me make a convincing old man, I'll generally do that. So, I guess it's kind of like me.
Do we want to see the card game? Or skip this?
I think we can skip this and just kind of jump in. All
right, let's skip it.
We'll skip it. We don't have time.
45 minutes in. Let's,
but I'll tell you
get
that
some
I
action.
will be playing a lot of that.
So,
well, no. What if it's just like a poker game and not a collectible card game?
Well, we don't know what it is.
Right.
I'd like to know what it is.
Right. But if it's just like you're essentially just playing poker, like in Red Dead,
I don't think it's going to be that.
Okay.
Just because, based on the fact that when we were in the store, we saw some cards.
Okay.
So if they're customizable cards, I wouldn't assume that.
Okay, what's this business doing?
I accidentally,
What'd you do?
I accidentally threw a rune out there.
Oh man.
Oh man, I hope it explodes.
It could.
Oh.
All right. So, do we know what we're supposed to do after we talk to these people?
We're looking for Yennefer.
Okay, so we're just trying to gather clues about her.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
about you, Daniel? What do you like? What are your characters like usually?
It really varies depending on the game. I don't really have a go-to. I generally do gravitate toward humanoids, though, like the weirdy, like the little like. Yeah, I like humanoid races in general, but
I don't like. I will never be a cat person. That's like my character creation rule. Like
that's your line.
Yeah, I mean, like in Elder Scrolls, I will not be a Khajiit or whatever.
In Final Fantasy 14.
In Final Fantasy, I'm not, or 11. I'm not being the cat people. I don't like cat people.
And I don't like.
Sorry
the
if that's racist, but I don't like cat people.
I don't like cat people, and I don't like those short little like
the dwarf.
I don't like gnomish people.
Oh, I actually really like. If I could be a short old man, that's like
that's your go-to.
That's primo. That's,
okay.
Yeah.
See, I usually just create myself. Like my shepherd was just a version of me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just. Except for Destiny. Destiny, I did not create anything like. I just created like some sort of like robot guy.
I mean,
a red face.
The problem is, in most, the only game that I've ever like made myself is Saints Row the Third, because I think that was a game that had enough customization options between like accessories and clothing and stuff that you could actually make a pretty reasonable version of yourself. But a lot of times, like,
none of your business.
You know, like now, if I can make a character that's bald and has glasses, I guess that kind of looks like me. You know, but like. But for a lot of times, it's like it's hard to make something that even looks remotely like you.
Yeah. So people are asking how much the choices affect the game. In past games, it's been fairly heavy, and I think talking to Kim, it's fairly heavy in this game as well.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about how it is in comparison to like Mass Effect in terms of affecting different parts of the game.
My sense of it is that it's a little more complicated than Mass Effect, or a little more intricate, I think.
Thanks.
In the way that I think your choices, I think your choices in The Witcher are less clear, to the point that in Mass Effect, you know that if you choose the upper right, you're generally doing the good thing, and if you choose the lower right, you're kind of doing the bad thing.
Things are not as clear cut in these, I don't think.
Yeah, which for
Let's
me,
get out of here.
For me, kind of raises a question though too, because at least in those, like in Mass Effect, I can then steer the story the direction that I know I want it to go, right? Like if I want to feed the story of the renegade shepherd, I can do that by going in that direction. In this game, I wonder how often it is just like a flip of the coin, because like The Witcher is sort of notorious for ambiguous choices, right? That like the thing that you think is clearly the right thing to do might have severely negative consequences down the road.
Which I really like. Like, I mean, I like the gray area there where you don't really know how things are going to play out. Like, that was my first introduction to like moral choices in like console gaming or just in any gaming in general, for me at least, was Fable, the first one.
Yep.
And I remember my main criticism with that system was that it was like, it was too black or white.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, I can save this guy, or I could just let him burn and go get this instead.
For sure. And that's just video game morality in general. That's Knights of the Old Republic, you know, like kicked that off a lot too. So, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I think in my mind, the Witcher series does it really well. I think the original Dragon Age was great in giving you like, it's not necessarily being unable to predict consequences that makes choices interesting. It's the fact that there isn't a clear like right or wrong. So like in the original Dragon Age, you can predict more or less like what your choices are going to do, but it's just really hard to choose one or the other because like you see the sort of pros and cons of every side.
Sure.
In The Witcher, I know that there are instances where it's like, and I'm just making this up, this isn't necessarily straight from the game, but like, you know, where it's like, you know, should I save this child from drowning? It's like, you don't weigh the pros and cons of that. It's like, if you can, yes, you should save a child from drowning.
Yeah.
But saving a child from drowning could mean that, like, maybe that child grows up to be a mass murderer or something, you know, and, like, then you have to deal with that. So the ambiguity there, I think, is interesting, too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to dive into that. As we mentioned earlier, this is really the first time any of us have played this particular game. We're kind of going in fresh with this stream. And we have varying
sort of
degrees.
just following the quest marker up there.
Yeah, we have varying degrees of experience with the
over
Witcher
here?
series.
Wow.
Wow, this is pretty far for my first quest marker. Maybe I should stop and fight some of this stuff. I don't know.
Is there a way we can look at how big the map is right now?
That's a good question.
Like maybe the touchpad on the PlayStation controller?
All right.
Oh, wow.
So we're there. We're going to that city, which is still a long way away.
Where were we? We were there?
No, we were like over here, I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it looks like where we were. Can you zoom out? Right stick down, I would imagine. Keep going, keep going.
That's as far. Whoa.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's a pretty, and this is just our known area, right? So
yeah, I think it might even get bigger than this.
It probably does. It's big.
I mean, weren't the comparisons to Skyrim originally like this is a much bigger world than Skyrim?
You can place a custom marker here because we're gonna want to go get that.
People said 20% bigger than Skyrim.
20% bigger. That's substantial. I mean, Skyrim was a pretty large world.
And that is nicely, conveniently marked on the map for us now.
Yeah. You know, though, I wonder to what degree, like just size of world is a good marker of it.
Sure.
Anyway,
because if none of it is if it's just a tree,
yeah. Because like,
do we really care?
Because I mean, like, you look at Skyrim, like if you get all of the markers full on your map in Skyrim,
it's a drowner.
Your whole map is just full of like points of interest. So there's definitely the density in addition to size is important.
Sure.
Quote me on
that. So somebody, Bald Bulldozer, is referencing Wade Wojcik, who is in our booth.
Hi, hey.
Somebody's asking if you are eating Chipotle.
Yes.
No, I'm not. And you know what? I felt like something was missing today.
He's got a burrito in each hand and one on his head.
So for those unfamiliar, Wade is notorious for eating Chipotle almost relentlessly.
Guys, can you really blame me? It's so good.
It's delicious.
Ronaldo Berkeley 2121 says, "Ugh, Chipotle."
Well, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
it's locked.
Dang.
No underwater lockpick sequences?
Well, you know, we don't have a...
I know Joe is a big fan of lockpicks.
Yeah, you can read my blog post all about it. I do a list of all the best lockpicking games.
That was some really good stuff there.
It's a fast read.
Oh, the drowner had some monster livers. Those are delicious, as we all know.
All right, let's hop back on and
man, in a world with so many terrible things that people are picking up, I wonder what the frequency is of pranks of like, hey, I'm gonna make you a monster liver, and then like someone eats it and contracts some like terrible monster disease.
I bet it actually happens all the time in this universe.
It would seem like it.
I really like these shallow water areas.
What's fear level? What does that do?
You're easy to impress, Shea.
They're kind of cool looking.
I really like shallow water.
I mean, you don't see that too often.
Because it's not too deep, but it's still kind of wet. You know, it's pretty great.
Yeah, man, I really like water.
Yeah, I'm a big time water supporter, but shallow water in particular, I'm just saying, I don't know, you don't see it all the time. It's pretty great.
USS Bear is asking if there are different weapons aside from swords.
No, you got your magic, right?
Sure, but are there can you pick up ranged weapons, anything like that? Do we know?
I believe there is a crossbow in this actually.
I think
Kim mentioned that in her review.
Review.
But it's not. Don't think of it like Skyrim or something where you're picking up battle axes and maces and stuff. I think if you're doing melee, you're generally using your two swords. Dan, can we confirm that the game has been picking your sword for you?
It has been completely, yes.
Okay.
So
a lot of crafting mats. This must be the crafting tutorial treasure chest.
Whoa, those horses have seen better days.
Yeah, they're pretty yuck. Not great.
There's your horse. You don't get to name your horse?
It doesn't look like it.
So what did you just do to make your vitality regenerate?
I ate one of my breads.
Awesome. That's what I do when
we picked up that extra chicken just for healing later.
You don't. If you're down to the monster liver, you got problems.
Yeah, we don't want to end up eating the monster liver.
Yeah.
So Wu-Tang Windu, the difference between the two swords, one is made for beasts, one is made for humans, and we believe that you can level them up individually.
Yeah, we don't know for sure yet.
Yeah,
whoa. Did you just make a horse sound, or did the game make a horse sound?
The game did.
Oh, okay.
I can make a horse sound, too, if we really want to go there.
All right.
Well, that is.
I've heard better, but it's not bad.
No. Can Geralt sit down in the grass or lay down in the grass? Somebody's asking,
That's a good question.
MMO style.
I don't think it has
there are no gestures.
Yeah.
It might, but
I mean, there's no other player-controlled characters in the world, so I don't know what good that would serve.
Well, that's
having experience, you know.
Though I don't know if we brought this up earlier when we were looking at Ciri, but just speaking of playable characters, you do control Ciri at some point.
But it's not like other play.
Right.
Like
No,
player
yeah,
controlled.
yeah, nothing like that. But it just reminded me to bring up. I don't remember if we did then that we know that there are sequences in which you take control of Ciri, and she's not as experienced as Geralt, so she doesn't have all the abilities, but she's a little more. I think the twist is that she's more agile than he is, so there's more dodging and speed involved.
Sure.
There we go.
Maybe meditation could be our variation of sitting wherever we want.
Password.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what Silent Smoker is suggesting.
Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep.
I kind of like those glasses.
Yeah, they're pretty. Those are some pretty sexy specs right there.
Those have got to be included in some sort of collector's edition of the game, right?
You're clearly skilled at banter and haggling. You got a knack for that.
Somebody is mentioning that we should have a secret word on our stream, like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That every time someone says
not a bad
it would just be Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Every time anybody mentions that.
It can never be that one.
Yeah, we'd just be screaming nonstop.
So it's just like a normal day in the office.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Bald Bulldozer asking if you can eat a lot and get fat in real time, kind of like GTA San Andreas. I don't think you can.
I'm pretty sure that is not a thing in The Witcher.
You can grow a beard in real time, though.
Yeah, your beard does grow. That I think you need to, if you want Geralt to be clean shaven, you need to regularly go shave his beard off. I don't think it's just a cut it off and that's how you look forever.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I mean, I guess.
Show me where
I'm the one who's easily impressed, apparently.
I will say, as a man who at various times has had a beard, that video games really fall short in the beard department.
They do.
Very often.
Well, let's talk about how they look or how their treatment of it.
Oh, we got a blue sword.
Just how they look. They look terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that at least The Witcher is giving some thought.
Not enough coin.
It's giving beards the respect they deserve.
How much is it? How much does it cost?
It's 257. We've got 162.
So
where do you see 160? Oh, okay, there we go.
How do we sell stuff?
I don't know. Are there any like people we could sell?
We could sell this stuff. Okay. This stuff all sells for nothing. So it's not going to get us there.
Okay, that's garbage. What about that monster liver?
Oh, some potions. They still don't sell for anything, man. None of that stuff is worth any money.
Weird. In the first half an hour, you can't get a blue sword.
Yeah, what with that? Come on.
What's with the pickaxe? Do you see that?
All right.
So long.
I want to take that guy's glasses.
Mononoke 7777 is saying cutting edge beard technology.
Yeah.
It does have that, apparently.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency.
Do we know if this game has a photo mode?
So we speak
I have no idea.
It's a pretty good looking game. I think that would be pretty popular with people if there was a way to like share pictures you take.
Can't you just do that with the PS?
You could.
Functionality.
But you know, if there was some sort of in-game way to do it.
Oh, like what the Order does, where you can actually sort of like edit out people in the shot and things. I don't think it has anything.
Some sort
like
of photo
that.
editing mode would be kind of cool. Yeah, and I think we all kind of missed the pun with cutting edge beard technology, because razor.
Perceptive of you.
Cutting edge with a razor.
Oh,
now we're just gonna move on. Okay.
This explains why I did not hear your footsteps.
Sorry, I've worked with Tim Turry for too long. Like puns just don't even register.
You're just immune to
anymore.
them.
Yeah.
Where was she headed?
That is a military.
It's like in Final Fantasy when you go and hit the fire beast with a fire sword and just
Yeah,
immune.
exactly. Or if you throw him at Tim, he regains health when you pun him. So.
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it.
Didn't we kill it, or did it just get away?
No, it got away.
It went away after we encountered it.
I have a feeling that's going to be our first main mission.
It is apparently.
Questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
So again, you guys can throw out questions to us while we're kind of playing through this. We'll pay attention to your questions while we're playing.
Yeah. They don't have to be Witcher related.
Yeah, we could just talk about video games, what you guys are excited about. E3's coming up. We can kind of...
Yeah, they probably should be video game related.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to hear about my dog, probably.
Oh, we love
I
Franklin,
don't know.
though.
These guys actually...
Yeah.
Future, they actually do like to hear about dogs.
On the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
This guy looks like one of the Game of Thrones characters, but sounds like another. He sounds like the Red Viper.
From 10 miles off.
Okay.
But he looks like the guy who's currently with, I don't want to spoil it, but he looks like one of the,
I know,
the guys.
I know who you're
We don't
talking
need any
about.
spoilers here.
Hands up.
He looks like Braun is who you're thinking.
First kill
Yeah.
idiots. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Trying to keep up with the chat right now. We have a lot of questions coming in since we kind of
Need more information.
Put out a call for
we
questions.
put out a call for questions now.
Why it's abandoned.
People are saying they're excited for Fallout 4 if that announcement happens.
Okay.
I would be very excited for such an announcement as well. Fallout
Yeah.
3 was the first review I ever wrote for games.
Wow. Okay.
It was the game that inspired me to write a review. And then I said, hey, maybe I like doing this.
Okay. Oh, so that wasn't even like a professional review.
No,
It
I
was
just wrote it in a
you,
forum.
You played it and you... Okay.
People asking who all is hitting midnight release for this game.
Well, we're playing it on my account right now, so I'm not.
Sure. I think that's just kind of an open call to anyone in the comments. I will be playing. Yes, Oberon is the character I was referencing earlier, Red Viper.
Oberon.
Oberon. I'm awful with pronouncing the character names.
The Red Viper.
Okay, that's cool.
When does the Division come out? I think it was just delayed to 2016, correct?
Yep.
So I think we'll be seeing that maybe before E3 of next year. I think we would see that, unless it gets delayed again.
It seems like a reasonable assumption.
Yes, USS Bear, Bethesda did show a teaser for the new Doom today, and I think we're going to see that at E3. I think they said in the teaser. I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah, they did something like that. Yes. Fast travel, you say?
Where'd that guy? Did he just fast travel?
He just came out of nowhere.
All right. Oh, so we went to that hidden treasure, but we don't have the keys. So
yeah, we have to go like.
So screw it.
We can only go to these green posts, and since one of our quest destinations is there,
we should probably go to Wosong Bridge.
We're going to do that.
So speaking of Bethesda stuff, remember Prey 2?
Yeah.
Was anybody excited for that? I think I liked Prey 1 enough. I wasn't like super in love with it, and I thought I was questioning the direction Prey 2 was taking.
Well, the idea though is that like whatever we knew about Prey 2 is done.
Yeah, it was canceled, right?
Well, no,
wasn't it?
No, well,
I thought they'd been.
What happened with Prey 2 is that the studio Human Head
moved away from them.
Was working on a version of Prey 2, and that version of it was canceled.
Okay.
But I think what it points to now is that Arcane, the studio that made Dishonored, is working on Prey 2 now.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know if I heard
that's what the rumor was. That's where the whole
the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have like another Dishonored than Prey 2, to be honest.
Well, we don't know for sure that that's not happening either. It's more along the lines of like
those short walls are really killer for this horse.
Yeah,
they really mess up the horse.
But no, yeah, there was a whole sort of, I don't know if controversy. There was a brouhaha that surfaced when because it basically surfaced through like leaked emails that that Arcane had a Prey 2 project in the works.
Gotcha. People talking about potential, if there's a Fallout 4 announcement coming, what potential settings it might be in. Because I guess we got the DC area for Fallout 3. We got Vegas for Fallout New Vegas. Vive, I guess is the name. Fallout 4 in Boston would be nice. Boston would be kind of a cool setting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, and there some of the rumors about this game have been about it being in Boston too, but whoa, lots of stuff.
Yeah, so definitely some choices to be made here.
Okay, and I remember earlier Reiner had said that some of these are actually kind of cool, that we should probably read the descriptions before we just dive in. Dune Wildenvert.
I think I want to do this one.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's got a seal on it. Makes it cooler than the other ones.
Let's do it.
I could just pick them all up if you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeedman Jones.
Oh, a monster. Okay, I like killing monsters. That's
Contracts are good. Yeah.
Jeedman Jones is hoping that we see The Last Guardian, but not in its previous form. He's hoping we see it as a Project Morpheus game.
Ugh.
Which would be weird.
No thanks. I mean, I want to see that game again, but if it supports Project Morpheus, great.
I don't think we're ready to see a Project Morpheus like flagship title at this point.
Yeah. I just think, but then I think back to those games, like PlayStation's year-long fascination with giving things 3D, like on PS3. Got the God of War collection? I know, like the Eco Shadow collection had it. No thanks.
Bald Bulldozer saying Fallout 4 takes place in Minnesota.
How does he know?
That would be rad.
That would be cool for us.
Yeah.
Since that's where we're based. But.
Yeah. Wouldn't have to go very far.
Wow, there is like lots of stuff. This is already feeling like
a little overwhelming.
No, I mean for the stream, yes. In reality, no. But let me look at all these points of interest. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is what Kim was showing me. That like there's just a whole map full of question marks all over the place to go check out.
Yeah.
I mean, GTA 5 did a little bit of that, where it was just like so many things, but then they also had like the main story at all times. So, I mean, it was easy to get overwhelmed with GTA 5.
Yeah, you have this too.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, yeah, let's go ask that hunter about the bodies. That was one of our side quests, right?
Well, if we can pick up this other quest here too. I mean, there was like, we can literally just throw a dart and go in any direction and be completing something.
I think that maybe we'll see The Last Guardian reimagined as a Wonder Book title.
Oh, a Wonder Book title. You know what? I agree.
What happened?
God. So what? There were like 2 things that ever came out for
some
Wonder
Harry
Book?
Potter. No, it wasn't even Harry Potter. It was just a J.K. Rowling project.
Let's not talk smack about the Wonder Book. We all love the Wonder Book.
Okay.
I have 2 Wonder Books myself.
I think
it took 2.
I don't think it's unfair to say that the aggregate amount of time that any consumer spent playing Wonder Book was less than the amount of time that they spent on it at their E3 presentation.
They should spend an
Like
entirely
worldwide combined Wonderbook logged time is less than 15 minutes.
I don't know, Joe. I spend a lot of time with mine.
Yeah, somebody was asking how we're playing this before launch. It is because we got an early copy from the publisher.
Yeah.
For coverage and things such as this stream.
They know people want to see the game in action.
Yep.
I don't blame them.
Big Daddy Toad is asking, Joe, how into games do you get?
Oh man,
that's a question.
Yeah. Like when I get into a game, it is a total obsession for me. So I mean, like to the point that I do, you know, like there are games that I will get the 1,000 achievement points, the platinum trophies, and though I do only have one platinum trophy, which is Dragon Age Inquisition, but that's only because like last generation I really tended to lean towards 360, and I'm on I lean towards PS4 now, so.
It seems like a lot of people kind of went that route where like they were 360 last gen and now kind of switching over to PS4, which I guess is it's fine. I mean, if you prefer the controller, you prefer the OS, you prefer the infrastructure of the PlayStation Network, that's fine. The only place you're going to get screwed over in that is Rock Band 4, it sounds like, where you know Xbox 360 DLC is not going to make the jump over to PlayStation 4 and vice versa.
Games for me, like there's not really very much of a halfway. It's either like I get really into a game and I just play it every chance I get, or you know I play it a little bit and sort of peter out and then try something else.
Anyone home? Must be out hunting.
You're kind of in the same boat on that, aren't you, Daniel?
The games that I play, I am extremely into. Absolutely.
Yeah. Somebody's saying, do Joe and Kim get more into games than anybody else in the office? I think that it's fair to say that we all get super into games, but it has to be like the right game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think for Kim and I in particular, not that we're more into games or anything, but and not that, I guess I know that she and I both really like narrative heavy, like a good story in a game, and not that other people in the office don't appreciate that at all, but like when Kim and I get together, like talk about an RPG, we're usually sort of gushing about the story, and then the gameplay stuff later.
You know, you can try to get me to talk about a Souls game. That'll be the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their games and series that they get way into. What do you think the last game you were like super into was, Joe? Is it Dragon Age?
No, Axiom Verge.
Oh yeah, that's right. You and Brian Vore were super into that.
Which just came out on PC this week. I did the 100% map, 100% items on that one.
Wow.
I didn't go for all the trophies on it, but like. Of course, after I sort of put it down, I find out that there are a bunch of secret rooms and guns in that game that I did not even find because they don't count towards the percentage.
So you thought you got it, but then
so I thought I got everything, and then there are these like secret bonus guns that are just ridiculous that I need to get in there and find. But yeah, so that Axiom Verge came out on PC this week, so I cannot recommend it enough.
And it's already on PS4, correct?
Yeah, and it's on PS4. It's not on Vita yet. I don't think.
That's what I would play it on. I think.
Man, that is definitely contender right now for it's in my. It'll probably be on my top 10 for the year for sure. Maybe like top 5. I loved it.
Do you really want to play it? But this week, I'm afraid this might take.
I think Witcher 3, and then I mean Destiny: House of Wolves. If we have any Destiny players, I just picked it back up. If you saw my thing on the site, I guess last week. I'm really getting into Destiny again. House of Wolves hits tomorrow. That's a big thing for Destiny players. So between these two games, I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to play Axiom Verge, unfortunately.
Skipping that would be a huge mistake.
I honestly think I'm going to wait.
Emphasize it enough.
I'm going to wait until Vita, I think.
Or I guess like everyone has different tastes, but like if you have ever played and enjoyed a Metroid, like old school 2D Metroid, then like you just need to play Axiom Verge, hands down.
Come on. These dogs been a problem for a while now.
I'm gonna go hunt down some dogs.
We're hunting some dags with this guy.
Dags. You like dags?
Strangler, killer man for a chuckle.
It's apparently very dangerous dags.
You don't hear a lot of Snatch references these days.
I made sure we got one in there.
Oh, good.
Stuck to their spines, covered in scabies, but they
just won't
This guy is passionate about these dogs.
He's really upset about them. They've been killing people.
All right, so we can get back to The Witcher as Wu-Tang Windu is pointing out. Why are we talking about other games?
Yeah. Well, you know,
I was talking about The Witcher.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a rabbit.
Attacked another one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's got a bow.
Whoa.
Oh, there they are.
All right. Now, if he's just gonna shoot him down, I can live with that.
Well,
This
get
is
in
my kind
there.
of fight, man.
Get in there. Do your part.
He's taking care of them.
Kill the wild dogs. It's on your. It's an objective. You must do it.
Right.
Whoa. Okay. That went well.
Yeah, it went okay.
The environments change around from these like lush green environments to like, isn't there like some snowy area? And I don't know. I think I remember seeing some screens, but I'm not sure. Does anybody have any?
I don't have any idea since
somebody's just saying the environments look kind of samey so far. Does it change around?
Well,
at all?
I mean,
we are in the first village.
To be fair, yeah. I mean,
we're very early.
We've stuck around in one area, and there are multiple areas.
To be
so
fair,
I'm sure
based on the quest we have here, I bet we could spend 10 hours in this village.
Yeah, yeah.
Tim641, we are playing on controller right now because we're on PS4. I believe, Dan, are you going to be playing on PC for your main go-through of this game?
Yes, absolutely.
Dan is our PC editor, so it's pretty much assumed at this point. I think I'm going to go through on Xbox One. What are you going through on, Joe? This is your PS4, so I'm assuming you're going to be hitting this.
We're playing on my account, so I'm just going to stay with the version I've got, PS4.
Griffin, know anything about it?
Though I would be curious if this is moddable on PC.
Yeah.
Because sometimes with big RPGs especially, it's really nice to have some adjustments.
I think we're done with him.
Can we? I mean, somebody's asking about the camera.
No, we need to follow him.
I see that, but that one's grayed out. Like our quest icon is telling us to go elsewhere.
Can the camera be changed around at all? Like, what do the options look like as far as that? Do we know?
What do you mean
like
changed around?
pulled back further, or is this kind of like just the default setting that you're stuck with?
Yeah, we're not. It's not. It doesn't have the sort of more isometric feel that the first one did.
I mean, it's sort of grayed out. That means we're done with it, right? I mean,
slow now.
Maybe. I mean, he's still showing up as a dot. He's still a dot.
He is. All right, he's still a dot. He is a dot.
Oh boy. So
just don't know the,
just to reiterate, we were playing on PS4 with the most up-to-date patch.
Good eye to you. Good eye.
What's this guy doing?
We're going hunting.
Okay, I mean,
we're moving.
Is he going someplace?
Well, we're going somewhere, Joe. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere.
Okay.
This is a hunter on a mission. Uh-oh.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
'Twas here. One lay there, by the stump, headless. The other hung from a branch, guts, blades stretching down to...
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they wish this was, or they thought this was PC instead of PS4 because it looks so good.
It actually does look very good for console.
It does. Yeah, though I will say, doesn't it? I've been seeing some PC comparisons on it, saying that maybe it's been downgraded a little bit from what was originally shown, but that's not totally uncommon either.
Now
it is not uncommon.
Like Dark Souls, right?
Dark Souls 2. Please don't remind me of yes, that is well known for. Yeah, the lighting was changed out of that game as well. So
but no, I don't think. I mean, I don't think you can complain how this looks. This is a good looking game,
and I mean,
it does look good.
I also people are asking why I'm playing on Xbox One. It's just that's kind of my default this generation. I found, although I have been gravitating a little bit more towards PS4. And as people who follow me on Twitter and people who've seen around this office may know, I am a new owner of a gaming PC for the first time in probably a decade and a half.
Oh, we're getting you on the right path.
So I think I'm also picking this up for PC as well, just so I can kind of see the differences. So that's going to be exciting for me. This is going to be my first real test of the gaming PC that's now inhabiting my apartment.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, I think this is a good way to really, put it through its paces.
Am I missing something here? I clearly am, but I don't see it. Aha.
Oh.
A camp.
And this game did not get a 10 out of 10 by Game Informer. This game got a 9.75 out of from Game Informer. Somebody was saying this game got a 10 out of 10.
It's pretty close.
It's as close as it gets without being a 10.
It has gotten 10 out of 10s from other people.
It has.
And again, I mean, once you're in that tier, like like a quarter of a point doesn't. I mean, it's just a fantastic game.
Sure.
So, the one thing that I know we won't get to in the live stream, so I'll talk about it a little bit, is the fact that I know that Kim was a little disappointed by her ending.
Yeah, we won't want to spoil it, but yeah, I also heard that she didn't know what she did that led to her ending, because there are a lot of different endings in this game.
Well, there are a few different endings and a lot of different world states, which is a little different. The impression that I got is, like there are a handful of, depending on how things go, a handful of like major ways things can turn out.
Like big core decisions, like The Witcher 2, for example.
Right, and then all of your smaller decisions kind of shape the world in smaller ways, and you sort of get a report at the end of the game, like, hey, this is how these people are doing, these people are doing. So if you see people saying that there are 30-some endings to this game, I think that's maybe a little disingenuous. It's, there are a handful of endings and then some variations on those handfuls, I think. But
these things.
But yeah, I mean, Kim's complaint was, she wasn't like, if you know Kim, you know that she was meticulous about doing everything she possibly could to make the story go the way she wanted to. And then it ultimately, she basically found out that she got the worst ending. And when you spend 60 plus hours with a game, because I think the main campaign for her was about 60 hours, and then she put in even more time beyond that. When you put in that much time, you kind of want the satisfaction of time well spent. You don't want to play 60 hours only to have the sense well, you messed up, idiot.
But at the same time, you want to make sure your choices matter in meaningful ways. Like we saw with Mass Effect, a lot of people were really upset with the way their choices mattered less than they thought they should.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's kind of a fine balance.
But in this case, Kim didn't even think she was making a choice. She thought she was making a choice for one thing, and ended up something else just happened.
Running start. Good job.
Nice work.
I don't even know if we need to be up here. Thanks.
Bald Bulldozer is asking if this is a Game of the Year contender. I think it has to be right off, based on early impressions.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
It's hard this early in the year. We haven't really played it enough to say so, but based on our review, based on Kim's impressions, based on
yeah, and it's
everything we've heard.
I mean, right now, Kim is the only person on staff who's finished it. We have a couple people playing it, but so that's, it's not just score that determines Game of the Year. It's not like we'd be like, well, 975, so it's Game of the Year. So that's a discussion we have as a staff when more people have played it. But just given the sort of widespread acclaim this game's getting, I have trouble thinking that it's not going to
at least be in the conversation.
Yeah, to get a good foothold in that conversation for sure. That, Bloodborne, Ori, I think are sort of the major ones right now.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe Arkham Knight is going to be good next month.
Yeah.
We'll find out about that next month.
Hunted the NILFGAARDIANs down here in the forest first, then started
we'll see.
The area.
Ooh, an ability point.
All right, let's see what this tree is all about. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. Okay, so there's different
ability points.
Those are ability points. What does the tree on the right look like?
We're getting.
Okay. So,
groups.
oh, so it's taking you for the tour right now. It's,
yeah.
All right.
All right. Now they tell you what they affect. So defense. Apparently, yes, the crossbow is accurate.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Hey, Mega Wizard Mon. Wade is actually running this live stream, so he is not in. Ben is not in the stream.
He's here in spirit.
Okay,
yes,
so yeah,
as always.
Again, progressively down these trees, you get into.
Can we exercise his spirit?
I think we've tried every single time we've done any video.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. No exercising of the video equipment. All right.
That's dangerous.
Okay. So we're using that ability currently.
And there's something you can do to slot them into the bigger diamond on the side.
Yeah,
too,
I don't know
right?
if we can It didn't really. I assume I'm gonna get a tutorial for this when that happens. But
Okay.
it's indicating that it's a mutagen.
Right.
So that's gonna be a stronger like Witcher DNA kind of weirdness, right?
Because there's something having to do with the colors also. Like if you match up the colors, those abilities become stronger.
I believe it. Yeah. The thing is, like, this is still all tutorial. I think. This is, I expect the tutorial in this game is long, drawn out, and extensive.
So Nimbus55 is asking if we could talk a little bit about the maps in the game. Are they representative of the landscape? Do they help you get around? How are you feeling about the map so far, Dan?
We've seen fast travel with signposts, and you can call your horse at any time, which has been really handy.
I do really appreciate when a mini-map shows terrain like this one does.
This mini-map has been very useful for getting around, and I'm thankful this game needs a good mini-map because the world is huge.
For sure.
It is.
So gives you terrain. I also like not only the objective marker, but also the sort of rough path to the objective marker.
Hello, Philly Freezer.
So that's good. I mean, take a second and pull up the big map again for the people who have seen it.
Absolutely.
So I mean, this is just of the smaller area, and then it really gets crazy.
We've got some stuff to do before killing the Griffin, I think.
Zoom out a little bit again for the people who missed that earlier. It's pretty substantial.
Well, this is just this area, yeah.
Yeah, so
this is like starting town. The Griffin is the major thing here, and we have all these other things we can do, and it is strongly advised I tackle a few of them before we do the Griffin to get some gear of scale.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Is there anything that we know about the inventory max load yet? Or I mean, we haven't come anywhere near that, but do we know? Have we heard anything from Kim?
I bet we could pull it up if we look at our inventory, because
Sure,
I don't think it doesn't seem like they do it.
So I guess in Witcher 2 there was a big issue with the 250 limit.
Here are the other items. Tabs. It'll probably tell us here about our weight limit or something.
Well, it looks. Is that a little weight up top?
Yeah,
where,
that's
8 out of
what
60?
I'm seeing. Yeah.
So
right now it looks like
documents.
60 maybe.
So we were talking about mods before. That would be a great mod to throw on there first thing.
It will undoubtedly exist almost moments after the game is available.
Yeah.
If it's moddable, I think it is, but I haven't checked.
I picked up Witcher 2 on a Steam sale last year.
Oh yeah.
And again, I'm again for the third time tried to get through it, and it didn't get its hooks in me. But
we read these when they were on the board. I'm just seeing if they trigger anything when we read them here.
I haven't tried looking at mods at Witcher 2. I assume there's something good going on there too. Or I hope anyway.
Right. I know they just had a sale for it on Steam. Actually, pick it up for like $3 the other day.
Oh yeah, I think that's about what I paid for it last year.
Sounds about right.
Philly Freezer's asking if the game is worth its price tag. I think that based on the review, which was a 9.75 out of 10, I think it's definitely worth the $60. And Kim put in a ton of time into it. So I think you'll definitely get your money's worth based on if you like this type of game. I think this is also a game you will like.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like that question is a super common question.
It is.
Which
I like this.
Which I totally understand. Like
I like it how you can mark these.
Yeah,
that way you can just go to them.
Yeah, I mean, I get that people want to make sure that they're not spending $60 and then only getting, like if it's important to you to get a lot of time out of that game, then that's that. But yeah, I mean, everyone judges value differently. Like for me, if I pay $60 and the game's only 6 hours long, but if I really liked those 6 hours, I think the game Heavenly Sword is a good example of that for me. Is like, I really liked Heavenly Sword. I don't regret that I paid full price for that, but
it's a shorter game.
It's a little bit shorter. So yeah, people just judge value differently. But in this case, it seems like if you like RPGs, that this is a combination of just like sprawling
quality of experience.
Yeah, quality and sprawling content. I think it's probably worth it. I mean, what about...
I agree with Joe there. Like, the experience that I'm having playing the game is more important to me than it being 200 hours. But that's great if the game is great. I mean, like, if the game is good, the more hours, the better, right?
Yeah. I don't know, though. Sometimes games can kind of overstay their welcome.
Oh, they certainly can.
Like, and
what's an example of that you can think of?
The one that comes right off the top of my head is... I think that Resident Evil 4, for as good as it was probably about 4 hours longer than it needed to be. And that's just my take on it. But
I think that Far Cry 3 was a recent game that 3, not 4. I loved 4 all the way through, but Far Cry 3, the story just dragged on for so much longer after it needed to. I felt like, and I loved that game. Like that was one of my favorite games of that year. Are the side quests MMO like in Dragon Age Inquisition? Is being asked by D. Perete.
I don't know if we can speak to that yet based on our experience with them, but
yeah, I mean,
but I have heard that they are much meatier than your typical fetch and grab.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the one side quest that we've completed actually had like dialogue and cutscenes, and wasn't necessarily just like, go find my husband's ring. It's here on the map, and then come back.
Yes.
You know?
See, Vive 257 is as excited as I am about the shallow water.
We're all very excited about shallow water, Brian. I mean, okay, this was supposed to be a really great loot thing, and it was just a bunch of junk.
Shea, do you love that song about, what is it? The shallow water before I get too deep? What is that song? Never mind.
I think I might know what you're talking about, but it is a bizarre reference. I think it's kind of old, like what, 15 years maybe?
Yeah, it's super old.
Years?
Oh, whatever. The Snatch reference, like that's super, super modern.
I didn't say it was relevant. I'm okay with non-relevant comments.
Hello, Camaro lovers.
Are you just greeting people who like a particular car, or is that a username?
No, as they say hello.
Did you get paid to say that?
Hello, Camaro lovers.
Good morning, Camaro lovers. I am Brian Shea.
All right, let's see what else we got on the map of interest. God, there's a lot of them. Oh, this looks cool.
So, Joe.
That looks good. That's a question mark. It looks like every other question
mark.
mark.
There are 2 question marks right next to each other, and a little like the map area indicates it's an interesting.
Okay.
Link.
Okay.
All
Taken.
right.
Taken.
All
Nope.
right.
You're right. Sorry.
I'm going to step out for a second. Would you mind switching chairs with me for a second to cover chat?
Yeah, I can cover chat.
Field questions.
Yeah.
I can. Oh, I can do it.
Oh, all right. Never mind. Wade Wojcik.
Oh, Wade, the commissioner.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the screen just turned off, so that's perfect timing
Are
anyway.
you gonna, yeah, I might want to reboot that while we.
I don't know what just happened.
Shea, I can come out there.
All right.
All right. Well, we are heading toward another point of interest.
Yeah. So this is the one that looked cool.
This one looked cool to me. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's important to note too that we're dealing with a day and night cycle.
Are we? I haven't seen. I haven't noticed that yet.
Yeah. Look up in the by the map. There's a time of day.
Oh,
and,
okay. This.
Okay.
This just got serious. The place
Whatever.
of power.
He's level 2. It looks like. What? Stay away from the horse, you ghoul.
He's the ghoul.
Yeah. No. That's right.
So yeah, for those wondering why I'm just stabbing them, the only ability point that I have so far has been put into the fast attack. So, what was that? I don't know what that was, but we're drawing power.
LOL343I asks, "Have you guys played on the Xbox version yet? If so, how is it?"
Not us. This is our first time playing, I think.
Reiner has been playing the Xbox version, I believe. He seems to be digging it.
But he hasn't played this version, so he doesn't.
Wow, Joe, I was right. Look at
no
that. I got an
comparison.
ability point for that.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty serious. Like,
Ard sign intensity. Oh, and so you also get like a timed buff on your Ard.
I think the Power Stone just gives me the Ard, but the experience from like discovering it may have pushed me over the edge.
Ah, very cool.
That's my guess.
So, but you're still level 2.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I got an ability point though.
Tetronic asks, "What difficulty is this?"
This is on normal.
This is normal.
Yeah, normal. So there are 4. There were 4 difficulties: easy, normal, pretty hard, and brutal.
And then super hard. Yeah. I'll probably play pretty hard for my playthrough. The brutal one is probably just going to be like, I'm not having fun.
Yeah. And normal is just a typical, playthrough, not too challenging.
Well, it says the normal one is actually challenging.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
Well, we haven't done anything.
Yeah.
How is the dialogue? Is it challenging?
You've got to understand that it's okay to have a long setup for stuff like this, to be honest. Oh, we need a grape shot, Stardom, or a dancing star bomb. We want to destroy this.
Yeah. We don't have any of those things.
Maybe we should get one.
This is a good question. Helder Pint? For someone who that never played The Witcher but played the hell out of the Elder Scroll games, how do they compare?
Well, based on what we've seen in this first level, I think you're going to love the open world aspects. They seem extremely Skyrim-esque.
Yeah.
And enjoyable so far.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you really like about those games, because I would guess for me in those games in Skyrim and stuff, I like doing all the guilds and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I don't think that this
that was
has
some really good stuff. Yeah.
This, I know that they have hunts in this, like contracts. That is sort of a persistent side activity. That's something you want to do.
Right. And one thing we should mention, since we're talking about Skyrim in context here, I don't think that the stuff scales in this game, right?
Oh,
so like Skyrim
right.
is always scaling to you, and this game, I think if you
I hate scaling so much.
If you see a level 30 creature here early, it's going to be level 30 later.
Yeah.
And same with like level 2.
Yeah.
Or what have you.
All right.
Oh.
So we need to get
Everything
a bomb.
crashed.
We would like to get a bomb, and I don't know. Maybe should we go try to buy a bomb, or should we go check something else out? There's lots of stuff here.
I mean, we'll remember
Monster
that there's a
nest.
monster nest there. They marked it.
They did.
Boy, that thing in the middle of the water seems like it's probably trouble, huh?
All right. I like trouble.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, it's probably just a buried treasure.
Whatever. Then it's buried treasure, and we still win.
I hope we get to see some sea monsters or something. This is a little early for sea monsters, but
Good-looking water.
It's also a little. It's a little.
Brian, you in that water.
I'm a fan of the water.
You guys remember back in like the PS2 era where like that was one of the main things that they talk about is like a water effects. Look how great this water looks.
Let's talk about the giant crab.
Yeah, yeah. There's that too. But I remember with those old like like the Dark Alliance games and stuff. They had
Yes.
they had such a cool, like for the time that was just an amazing little water effect. So people were just talking about it all the time.
All right, I admit, Brian, the water looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. This is a little too deep, don't you think? Though a little deep for water. I like a little shallower. Is all I'm saying.
I know Brian likes
Brian
shallow
knows
water.
what I'm talking about.
So this does not
Paradox
look great.
Matthew is asking what our favorite RPG of all time is.
Oh God! Why is it always the all-time favorite?
It's hard.
I mean, I have one, but
All right.
I think we all have the same one because it's always the same one.
Nope.
Right?
No, maybe
I have
not.
a different one.
All right. Okay.
Go, mine's Final Fantasy VI.
It's a very good one.
Dan.
Yours is
Chrono
either 4 or Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it's gonna be Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go with one that people are going to groan at.
Citizens of Earth.
Oh God, Brian's got one. It's different. Oh,
Final Fantasy X.
10.
Yeah.
10's a good one.
I know 10's a
mean,
good one, but
but-
come on, all time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and knock 10, but
No, that's. I mean, it's a good game.
I like it. I think it's my favorite turn-based combat mechanics I've ever played as far as RPGs go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that was what you spend the most of your time doing. So
I don't agree with your pick, but I'm glad you didn't pick something completely outlandish. So.
Final Fantasy 13-2.
Oh boy,
That's actually if you can ignore the story in that is a great game.
Because we have
How
to
can you ignore
in
the story
RPGs,
though?
right?
Well, maybe it's. So I played that game.
So much stuff.
I played that game twice, and because after finishing once, I knew the story was terrible, so I was just able to focus on the other stuff, and it didn't I liked it way better the second time.
If you want to go with just like outside of JRPGs, Mass Effect 2.
No, we weren't excluding.
No, no, I'm just saying
Western RPGs.
if you want to exclude JRPGs, you can go like Mass Effect 2. A lot of people really like Skyrim. A lot of
Yeah,
I think all of
that's
us
tough.
immediately
I mean,
went to
Fallout,
JRPGs.
Fallout
when somebody
3
asked.
is super great too.
Sure.
I think that counts.
I think so too.
Yeah.
TJ has asked this a couple times. Not sure if we mentioned it, but is there a storage chest somewhere?
Good question, and I don't think we've gotten to the point where that's relevant at this point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Philly Freezer asking if we think Mass Effect 4 will ever be released. I think we're gonna hear about it.
Oh yeah,
soon.
I mean, they've said it's happening.
Almost inevitable. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
mean-
unless something catastrophic happens in development and it gets canceled.
Yeah, if the implication is like, is this vaporware? I think that we are not.
I don't see anything here.
I think we're not far enough away from Mass Effect 3 to say, oh, it's been too long for a giant RPG like Mass Effect 4 theoretically is.
I feel it's probably more the case that they knew people, like on the heels of the popularity of Mass Effect 3, they knew people were hungry for more. So they announced earlier than they normally would that, like, yes, more Mass Effect is coming. Don't worry, more is coming. But I think that they probably just did that sooner than we normally hear companies doing that.
Sure. Like Final
is-
Fantasy 15. That's a question.
Brian's got some deep cuts today, man.
That's a question prior to this year. I think if somebody asked, do you think this game's actually going to come out, it would be up in the air. But now that we have episode Duske,
Yeah, ever since
demo.
Yeah, ever since TGS last year, that's when they announced that like Duske was coming and that there was a new director on it. I think that's going to happen at some point here.
People still confused that we are thinking we're playing the PC version because it looks so good. This is actually the PS4 version.
That's a high compliment.
Nguyen is the one asking what are PC specs of the rig we're using right now.
Well,
we can look up the PS4 specs and we can probably just tell you that.
Whoa, these wargs are no joke. I'm gonna have to use some of my valued chicken.
I have noticed that. I mean, there is a little bit of like some frame rate.
Yeah, and especially in the cutscenes.
That is unfortunate life. You know, I mean, I don't expect to see that on PC.
What if you do? What's going to happen?
Then I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, how's that?
Somebody isolate that and use it in future episodes of Replay.
And then I'm going to cry.
Dan Tack just saying I'm going to cry.
I'm sure Wade has already taken it. Ooh, wow, okay. This is some good stuff.
So are
Armor, twine, diagrams, loot everywhere.
Combat-wise, are you like locking onto targets, or is it pretty much just like press and
You can
attack?
do it in the same way as you would in a Witcher Souls game, so you can like lock on and then start swinging, or just swing raw.
Okay.
So it's up to you. I'd imagine, especially I'm guessing, some of the bigger monsters are going to be more mobile, and you're going to want to lock on.
Yeah.
For these rather smaller threats, it's not being a big deal. Like the Griffin, you know, it flies, right? I mean, so that could be an issue.
Yeah, I can see that being.
And we just got like a big stack of fat loot, so.
Oh, good.
Let's see what we got.
Maybe we should consider.
This seems good.
Okay, armor plus 14, but is something -1.
Yeah.
Attack.
Hammer.
Like. Hammer -1.
Is that attack?
It might be. I mean,
hammer doesn't. All right. You know this.
It looks like a melee weapon of some
so
sort.
It seems good. I'm gonna put it on.
It looks pretty bad.
Yeah, but it's like it's really good.
No worries, Nguyen. I guess
a
that's
saddle?
how you pronounce your name. Yeah, it does look very good.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
it enhances your horse's stamina.
Yeah, that's pretty handy.
That's good. Somebody earlier was complaining about the horse stamina bar in the first place, so.
Yeah.
These are some legit loots we found out of here.
Roach. So he does have a name.
He does.
Because that's a
roach.
horse. It's not a roach.
Roach.
Yeah. That's a terrible name.
It is. Wait, we already took all that. Okay, so it's grayed out. So much stuff.
Okay, so when you do it, it still stays on the map.
But it's
then
grayed.
It grays it out. All right.
That's pretty actually really convenient. So you're like, yes, I did that.
Man, this is already looking super dangerous for me in my time. Because like, if you're just in some corner of the map and then you're just like, huh, well, let's see. I mean, I'm not that far from this question mark.
Oh, yeah. You could tell. Oh, more hidden treasure. Nice.
Yeah, so then, I mean, you basically just
like
go
this is allowing me to gear up for the Griffin fight, essentially.
I mean, you just go down the, like, item discovery rabbit hole. Oh, and you get new side quests when you do it.
J8274 is asking if you have to wait until after battles to pick stuff up, like loot.
That's a good question. We should try that. I mean, I don't know if I'm still counted as in combat. We'll have to try that in a fight with a few more mobs at the same time.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, but I can't. There's nothing to loot right now.
Oh,
I gotta leave a body here, and then hopefully. Okay, so is this lootable? Yes. Now this other one is gonna come over. I'll try to loot it.
Doesn't look like you can.
Yeah, it looks like you have to wait until after battle.
So no precision looting.
I'll try and remember that next time. NG Giesen.
What's that?
How to pronounce his name? Because I was just saying Giesen because that's NG, and then Giesen.
I mean, it's in the real world. If someone mispronounces your name and your name is like Sarah or Brian or Joe or something like
Joe,
then that's weird.
So,
but like if you have some weird screen name, people are gonna mispronounce it.
Yeah, sorry.
We picked up that quest item. I'm wondering if we have to like read it in our inventory for it to give us the marker.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, so we're going to be streaming for a little bit less than another hour and a half at this point.
Man, this has gone really fast. Wow.
Again, if you have any
for what I feel like, we have made very little progress. And
we've been playing for like an hour and a half.
It's not like I'm going slow. Like
we're kind of trucking along.
So I think it just adds the stuff automatically, which is super convenient. Oh, maybe not.
Now everybody's just telling me how to pronounce
them.
their screen names or their gamer tags.
What's that?
Everybody in the comments is just telling me how to pronounce their names now.
Okay, this was what we found.
Yes.
Is it like journal?
Yeah, this is a spy's notes.
No, but I mean, like, do we have like a central quest journal?
That is a very good question.
Another person asking if this game is worth getting. I think that the fact that these two are absolutely captivated by it, and Joe's just watching. He hasn't even touched a controller yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, our review score was a 9.75 out of 10.
Man.
Kim was absolutely in love with this game.
And you can track them too. This is great.
These guys.
I mean, like, no, it's just like I love when games give you like a good quest tracking interface. That's
and absolutely necessary for an open world game like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
So yeah, I think that it's safe to say that from our perspective, from Kim Wallace, who wrote our reviews perspective, and from a lot of people across the industry's perspective, this game is pretty high on the list of things worth getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put it this way. I can't wait for the weekend.
Yeah. Man, are you sure you're okay? You sound a little...
I'm sounding really sick right now.
You sound a little under the weather.
I don't know if I can come in tomorrow. It's going to be really tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Tetronic is asking a question about something we kind of touched on earlier, mounted combat.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can do it. I haven't gotten into it extensively at all, but
yeah,
you can certainly swing and hit things on horseback.
Yeah, the game is not quite out yet for people asking how we're playing it. We are playing it on a pre-release copy, which we were provided by the publisher for coverage and things such as this live stream.
Yeah.
We don't have a set-in-stone streaming schedule quite yet. I think we're looking at streaming something tomorrow. I think Destiny House of Wolves we're planning on streaming tomorrow. And then maybe another one later on. It's kind of just as games we want to stream come out and are relevant again.
For the moment.
For the moment. We're looking at possibly setting together a set schedule so you guys know when you can join us.
Greetings, good man.
'Cause we like having you.
That's what I read.
Hi.
I cannot hear anything but Christopher Lambert from Mortal Kombat.
So why do you put out a notice just now?
At least the thing about him though is at least Geralt doesn't have a weird accent.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Lambert's Raiden has a weird accent.
Yeah.
Or maybe Christopher Lambert does. I don't remember him having a weird accent in Highlander, but
Kitty Marie is asking if this is on Xbox 360. As of now, and I think as of anything they've announced, it's only going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Yeah, I mean, and they've been pretty adamant. They've been pretty adamant throughout the development cycle that like it's not like this is one where they announced all of them and then decided to drop them. I think they've been pretty clear that this is just next gen the whole way.
Yeah, and Bald Bulldozer is asking if we were going to stream Splatoon. That is a possibility as it gets closer to release. We'll have to wait and see if that comes into our plans. No, nothing set in stone quite yet, though.
But fresh from the grave.
This one would be more directed towards Dan Tack.
And this is a side quest right here.
Paradox Matthew asking how you feel about the Elder Scrolls Online. Do you think it's a good addition, or do you think it ruined the series? I don't know if we can go so far as to say it ruined the series.
And not a pointed question at all there.
I think Elder Scrolls
is never going to recover. No one's ever going to care about Elder Scrolls again.
I don't think it ruined the series. I don't think it met expectations. And I think that what they're doing with it right now could bring it back to the spotlight. They've made a lot of changes since release on that one, and I have not been back to play, but I do hear positive things.
I'm probably going to check.
Well, yes, of course.
I'm probably going to check out Elder Scrolls Online when it hits consoles. I love Skyrim, so I mean, I felt kind of like Skyrim in terms of like the
haggle for a higher reward.
What?
But no, like
his annoyance level.
I don't think it ruined the series. I do think it was not what people expected.
The annoyance level it would be helpful for Joe as he sits nearby my desk.
You don't need a meter for it.
It's just his tweets back.
Wow, he got really mad about that. I thought that was reasonable.
Never in my life have I seen a sum approaching that from $20 to $24.
Yeah.
All right, just take the 20.
Yeah.
That settles it then.
Man.
So I guess if your annoyance level gets too high, he'll just like walk away.
Yeah, I mean maybe it shuts the quest down. I don't know.
That's a good question. I'd really like to see. Maybe I'll just kill the guy. How about that? I'm a Witcher.
Oh, what do you know?
I set the price. What is this?
He only had $20.
Now that would make me feel bad if that was the case.
Another question coming in: should we play The Witcher 2 before playing this? I think it'll give you some extra backstory and maybe some insight into some of the characters, but I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. Official word from Kim is that like There are things you will definitely appreciate more having played The Witcher. So for those that have, you know, there are returning characters that you'll see that you'll recognize. But for those who did not finish The Witcher 2, like myself, you can still jump into this and
this really, you know, from what we've seen,
get going. Yeah.
This seems pretty isolated within itself, as well as building
because,
its own thing.
For instance, like we've seen the character Yennefer, so if you've played the previous games, you know something about her.
And if you don't,
like, if you haven't, you don't. But it's not like the game counts on you knowing all that about her either.
Shaky Bones, our good friend Shaky Bones, is
Yeah.
asking.
He's our good friend. Wow, this is creepy.
Did you play the original Witcher? If so, how long after it came out did you try it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I reviewed it, so I played it before it came out.
Whoa!
Ta-da!
Wow, there you go, Joe.
I did not, and I don't think Dan Tack did either.
No, I played it, but not. I didn't complete it. I was disenchanted with the original. So me and Joe disagree on which one was.
That's all right. I mean, that was a time too before the first Dragon Age had come out. Not to keep bringing up Dragon Age, but I just really like that series.
I mean, there's some obvious comparisons that can be drawn to that from this.
Yeah, well, and even in their first entries, because like I said, like the first Witcher was less third-person action and a little more, you know, top-down strategy, I think.
Yeah, and I lost the person who asked this, but they were asking specifically for you, Dan, as somebody who is a big fan of the Dark Souls series. Which I guess what they're drawing here is that the Dark Souls series has some pretty awesome combat. How would you say that the combat feels in this game?
We're really early for me to get into the fineries of it. I would say that this is probably not quite up to Souls standards, but it's still very, very permissible. Like this is, I don't know.
This is permissible.
Why are you asking? Don't ask me to compare things to Dark Souls. I mean,
I think he was just saying like, hey, you can appreciate good combat systems.
Is this a good combat
Do you like
system?
this as a combat
It
system?
seems fine. I wouldn't compare it to Dark Souls. Dark Souls combat system.
There you go.
It's probably. This certainly has, you know, more involved other elements.
No, I see what you're talking
like,
about. The animations here aren't just like totally janky and clunky. So, yeah, no, you're right.
Bodies dried.
The only way that could have gone, right?
And
there.
the Paradox Matthews pointing out that actual for reals dinosaur is the one who asked that question.
He's my favorite.
Actual for reals dinosaur.
Not a fake dinosaur, a for reals dinosaur.
Would you recommend this game to your mother to play?
No.
If not, how about your little brother? This is Shaky Bones once again.
Well, I mean, I don't have a little brother.
Crafting materials everywhere.
But, like, if I had a little brother who was, I don't know, like a few years younger and a lot like me and liked video games, yes. If I had a brother who was under 17, no.
It is rated M for mature.
Dan, this comment is great. Can you compare Hearthstone to Dark Souls?
Yes. Dark Souls has better combat than Hearthstone.
Oh, come on.
You know what what all these like better than swords reminds me of is there's that great line in Kill Bill Volume 2 when they're talking about Hattori Hanzo swords.
This is Hattori Hanzo steel.
Yeah, it's like she's trying to ask like Ellie Driver or whatever is trying to ask. Is that her name? Anyway, Daryl Hannah's character is trying to ask about.
That's Ellie Driver, yes.
Yeah. Which of these Hanzo swords is better? And Michael Madsen's character is like, when you compare one of these swords, you compare it to every other sword that wasn't made by the same guy.
Right.
You know, like just you don't need to compare them when they're the same guy.
Somebody was asking if we've played the KOTOR games. I believe, Joe, you have an answer for that.
Multiple times, yes. Yep, I love the KOTOR games. Though what I haven't done and want to do soon is I haven't played the restored content mod on KOTOR 2 yet, and I really want to get in and do that. But I've played KOTOR 2 like 3 times, so going in for a 4th when I have like The Witcher 3 on my plate is maybe not going to happen.
Probably not the
super
best
soon.
idea.
Yeah, but
Dan, what about you?
Yes, I have. I enjoyed them.
I played.
That bracelet.
I played a little bit of it. I didn't finish it. I'm a fool.
I didn't play the Old Republic. I haven't played the MMO at all.
I have not played that either.
That doesn't even like. I mean, that's not a KOTOR game.
I would say I would agree with that.
So I don't know if Dan is a Game of Thrones fan. I know Joe is.
Mm-hmm.
If they made a full-fledged Game of Thrones RPG, would any of you pick it up? I think if they did a good
I
job...
had to. I reviewed it.
I think
it was
if they
garbage.
If they made a good RPG based on Game of Thrones, I think it could be really cool, but they haven't done that yet.
Is this a question from you, Brian, or is this a question from the audience?
This is from Paradox Matthew.
They made... the studio Cyanide made an RPG published by Atlas. This is
This is all side quests. Just to throw that out there. This is incredible. Like,
yeah, this is like a really well. Okay, so
I want to point that out. I didn't mean to break it.
Quick break in the answer is that, like, to go back and answer a previous question, it looks like the side quest stuff is considerably more involved than just sort of the basic MMO fetch quest style.
Very, very much so.
So, I forgot what I was saying now, though.
KOTOR.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. Okay. So, Cyanide and Atlas put out a Game of Thrones RPG, like a full length, like 40-hour thing.
What are you doing?
That
trying to break through here.
Was not fun.
Oh,
there you go.
Come on, Brian. You gotta use your noggin.
You were just kind of shadow boxing, though.
Well,
yeah. I'm going to stop talking about the Game of Thrones thing. That was stupid.
Game of Thrones.
Deck Shaw is asking what we would rate this game out of 10. I think it's a little too early for us, but Kim Wallace, who did play through the entire game, wrote our official review. She gave it a 9.75 out of 10. She loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we'll have our full-fledged opinions on Twitter and opinion pieces coming soon.
Because I know this is a thing that a lot of people get really into, Kim also had very positive things to say about the romance elements in this game, like the sort of pursuit of, like
so you
a
can
love
choose,
interest and the way that sort of dates play out and the way those relationships sort of blossom. She was really enthusiastic about. So
the Noon Wraith.
Yeah,
I hate Noon Wraiths.
Noon Wraith won't stray too far from the well. Noon Wraith won't stray too far from the well.
What?
All right, one more building. I gotta make sure I'm ready for this. Do we have any like consumable items? I should actually probably go get into the crafting system, but we don't have time to do that. Like, I can already tell this game requires like a good amount of time, which is a really good thing. Like, many systems that work here.
But sometimes the longer a game is on the whole, the longer the setup takes.
Yeah.
So I mean, like
this makes complete sense, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to take off here pretty shortly, guys. But I'm still gonna. I kind of want to see how this.
Well, we're getting the Noon.
Business
we should
wraps
be
up.
finishing off the Noon Wraith cycle here. As soon as I find the special object in here to interact with, if there's any, I don't see anything. My Witcher sense is not tingling. Yeah. Looks like we're ready.
So it seems like, and this was
this is a completely optional side quest.
Okay. This seems like sort of a complaint that Kim had about it too, though, is that a lot of times
bloodstains.
The answer is just like
faded.
Go into Witcher Sense and follow some footprints. Go into Witcher Sense and
right.
Look for a rope, whatever.
I get that, but at the same time, these environments trying to comb them for like pebbles and stuff would be really tough without this.
Yeah, yeah.
Belong to. Must be.
People are very upset that Joe is leaving.
I'm very upset that Joe is leaving.
Yeah, it's just going to be awkward silence between you and me because we have absolutely no chemistry when it comes to these.
None.
Sorry, guys.
How much longer do we have?
We have another hour.
Oh boy.
Gotta find the
it's going super
We're gonna
fast,
we're gonna have to bring Wade out here.
I'm playing Hearthstone. Just kidding.
This guy.
Somebody asking if anybody calls Joe JJ. I don't think
I
anybody has ever called him that until this point. And now we're going to relentlessly.
No. That's how like when we read the proofs of the magazine on paper, we all have to sort of like sign our initials on them that we've read them.
Mm-hmm.
I signed JJ there.
Judging by the teeth.
I signed BS.
Left arm's missing.
Yeah, seems appropriate.
Yeah, you do. I don't know if we have to say anything about that.
Yeah.
Find the object that binds her to
Yeah, you have any questions for me? You have a couple minutes to get them in, and then I'm out.
Joe's running away.
Somebody was asking if we have any problem with Battlefront 3 being on only the new consoles.
Hope I don't break my legs.
I mean,
I think that we're going to see that more and more with a lot of games.
I mean, the harsh truth about it is like we are in a tech industry that is moving forward quickly, and people want to. They want people to feel the need to buy the new thing.
And
so
plus, you don't want to be held back by the old technology.
Well, no, yeah, that's exactly it. Is that like if they have to make things that that are just cross-generation all the time, then why did anyone buy a PS4? Why did anyone buy an Xbox One?
And I sincerely think that if they were to try to put this on Xbox 360 and PS3, they wouldn't be able to make the world as big. They wouldn't be able to make it look as good. I mean, wasn't Shadow of Mordor, after it came out on One and PS4, it came out on old consoles, and it just wasn't as good of a game.
Don't want to jump here.
I don't know.
Seems
I
like
actually
a really bad idea.
I never got to playing it on old versions, but
we haven't really seen any massive glitches yet. Somebody's asking.
We've seen a few sort of weird pathing issues between, like when when like Ciri was running around and when Geralt was walking like up a cliff. There was some weird stuff, but nothing that's like like conspicuously awful. Oh man, you should probably save it.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Oh, you can't.
Oh,
why not?
Somebody's just urging us to jump down the well.
Yeah, we're going. I mean,
let's just do it.
I wanted to save first.
Oh no. Okay, good.
Like it seemed like a really bad idea, right?
Oh
yeah,
man,
I'll give you that. This looks like a really bad place to be.
What kind of well is this?
Does it not autosave? You need to save.
There is an autosave, and we did save, so we're good.
No,
it said you cannot save right now.
Yeah, I think it's because I think we're saved.
All right.
I think we're saved.
It's
Joe.
your funeral.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
So, how are the controls feeling to you?
Better than the previous two Witcher games.
Somebody's asking, saying the controls feel all wonky and loose. Are you getting any sense about that?
My sense is that the controls are tighter than both previous Witcher games. So use that as the metric if you like.
Hyped Cheese is asking or saying that we need Joe.
We do need Joe.
That's not a question. Can't answer that.
That is not a question.
Yeah.
He's going to try to answer it, though.
Right, we only have, I guess, 4 more minutes of Joe, and then he's out of here.
Yeah. Joe is the best. That's the answer.
We and Flip Snip is asking why we didn't do a full review of Mario Party 10. We did actually on the site. It just had to be condensed down for the magazine.
Yeah. If you want to read the numerous ways in which that game's not a lot of fun, you go right ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even kind of a fan of the Mario Party series more than other people in this office are, but. I mean, it just felt like it was lacking in content. It was lacking in like the old feel that made me like this series in the first place.
Even the stupid things that, I mean, I didn't like them before, but they at least added some more like fun random elements.
Bowser Party was kind of cool.
Yeah, but the fact that like everyone's on one little ship now, like no one's on a bunch of weird spots on the game board and things like that. I don't know. Whatever. I've never really been a huge fan of those games. So.
How are the controls when compared to Dragon Age Inquisition? Deep Herete is asking.
The controls compared to Dragon. I mean,
I guess any BioWare game really could be compared.
I'm not comfortable making that comparison. I'd more to comparison to like similar action RPGs. And like I said, I would say the controls in this particular title are better than the previous 2 games in the series.
Find the spirit that haunts the well.
Well, now my goal is to leave the cave. So I just need to find a way out.
People are asking what we're playing on again. We are playing on PS4. It is also going to be available on PC and Xbox One. And it's funny because we're actually all 3 ending up playing on different consoles when we do our final playthrough. Joe is playing on PS4. Dan is playing on PC, and I'm playing on Xbox One.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing this on PC. Not a question.
I hope there's not underwater combat. That's something that games really screw up a lot.
I hate underwater combat.
You know what game
I
is
hope it's in
adding
there for
underwater combat?
I hope it's in there like once. I hope there's like 1 enemy.
Yeah. And I don't care if it's enemies in the water, like you're fighting big octopus in shallow water.
Right, I want to take on...
I know you're a big fan of shallow water, Shea.
That's the big takeaway from today.
Yeah.
Shea in the shallow water.
Sounds like a children's novel.
Nah, it's coming out for Wonderbook.
No, it sounds like a CCR song.
Shea in the shallow water.
Ooh, I like it.
Wow, listen to Wade.
He's really belting it out there.
It's that Hearthstone he's playing over there. All right, so we made it out.
I love people who aren't embarrassed when they should be.
I can't believe it. This is a side quest.
Oh man, it suddenly became midnight too.
Told me to drink Wraith Ale and drink potions, but I'm not going to do that.
Aren't there some things tied to what time it is in the world, to like enemies that will appear and which ones will be like tougher? I think I remember that in Kim's review. Maybe I
have no doubt. Probably,
I
maybe.
Bionic Andy Poo is asking how the performance is on consoles. I think it's been pretty good so far. No game-breaking glitches by far.
I mean, I think
a few frame rate issues.
It will probably run a little smoother on PC, but I mean, still, it's not herky jerky.
Yeah, wraiths are weak to fire, right?
Everybody is now asking. Everybody's just wanting Wade to sing now.
I am so not surprised by this.
Well, if Wade wants to, he can come take my spot.
Wade is saying he takes requests.
We are gonna have to get Wade over here because we're losing Joe.
I'm heading out, but
JJ's heading out.
Thanks to my compatriots here on the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. I always like talking to you guys. So
we've still got 1 hour without JJ over here.
Yeah.
We do love JJ though.
The Witcher without me is still The Witcher. Enjoy it.
I don't agree.
All right, Joe.
See you later.
All right, so it's just Dan and me now, and we got Wade as well.
We may gain a Wade.
We lost to Joe, but we gained a Wade. Now we can wade in the water.
Oh, horrible.
No, I've actually never heard that one.
All right, here we go. We're summoning the wraith thing. And I didn't prepare any oil or anything, so this could be our. I don't even know if we can injure the thing.
All right, so Wade making a rare on-camera appearance.
Totally. How's it going?
It's going all right.
I don't know if you've been following Wade, because you've been playing Hearthstone.
Yeah, I haven't.
With your terrible priest deck, but
I've actually been getting into the.
Whoa! What is this?
This is what we've been working on for like the past 20 minutes.
This looks horrifying.
Oh, look at that tongue.
That is.
Is that a tongue or like a big, like lower lip?
That is pretty grotesque.
Lick a tongue.
Yep. Oh wow, that is not hurting it.
Sarge 18162.
Not even the fire hurt it. Oh,
wish your brother a happy birthday.
All right, we're gonna die because we didn't make wraith oil. This is what I get for not listening to the game. Wow, we're doing 0 damage to it with the sword.
So, which sword are you using? The beast one or the human one?
It defaults to the one that you're supposed to use. So.
Whoa, this looks like trouble. And this is a side quest. This isn't even like a main quest.
This is really bad.
Devil by
we're
the
using
well.
the silver sword.
You can do it.
No, I can't. I don't just don't have the tools.
Look, the health is going down.
The fire doesn't even hurt it.
Flip Snip is asking if people act differently in the game based on the choices you make. And yes, that is something that's pretty cool about this game that I've heard about so far. I don't think we've really seen too much of it. The people, both large and small choices, they'll react to it, and the large choices, it'll actually affect the world around you and affect your outcome. I think there are 36 different endings in this game that you can get. So that's pretty cool.
And Kim got the bad one.
Kim did get the bad one, and she was very upset.
I think someone in the comments said that's why it was a 9.75 out of 10. Look at this.
Apparently, you can check out the bestiary, and it'll tell you the weaknesses.
Yeah, I know. I know it's correct. I just decided I didn't need them.
Typical Dan Tack.
It is. It is very typical.
Uh-oh.
Those are the scrubby noon wraiths.
Dan Tack has got this on
I just
lockdown.
assumed that wraiths were weak to fire. Okay.
So can you lock on to enemies?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, she keeps unlocking though, but yes, this is a similar lock.
Wait till it goes solid.
Than you will find in other action RPGs.
Oh
yeah.
So you got to burn it, and then no, that didn't even work.
It did. We're getting there.
Ooh.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that warning. I don't think I need that, but
Paradox Matthew's still talking about Wade singing.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. Dan Tack did the math.
Whoa. That was bad math, but we did do it.
She's gone. For good.
All right. Well, that wasted a lot of food, but we got there. And I also learned my lesson. Knowing the monster's weakness is very important on anything past like a standard dog or a ghoul or a drowner.
Do we think that this game has a lot of microtransactions? Do we know much about that?
Do we know if it has any?
I don't know.
I haven't seen anything. That's a question coming in from Philly Freezer.
I don't know.
Come on now.
How does this game compare to Skyrim? Chuck Callan Bach.
Well, I think we already said it's a hair bigger. About 20% is what.
So it's more than a hair, 20%.
It's tough to gauge that like relative terms. Like this is not the same. There are some aspects that are like Skyrim, but
I mean, the Minecraft world is big, but it doesn't mean
Minecraft world is infinite, right?
Yeah.
So
we're playing on PS4 again.
Yes.
It's also out on PC and Xbox One tomorrow. Some people are saying it's out right now.
Some people are saying that, yes.
But I can't say one way or the other. I cannot attest to that.
We're in here. We don't know what's going on in the outside world. The zombies could have landed. We don't know.
They don't have access to this to our offices though.
To Wade's amazing studio. We don't know what's going on outside of here.
I got this thing on lockdown.
Asking if the trees always blow like there's a tornado. The weather is actually a very big part of this game, and it looks freaking fantastic.
So there is weather and like we have daybreak here.
So this is the morning sun. It looks amazing.
Pretty good
Love
stuff.
That skybox.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the difficulty settings? And we're currently playing on the default.
Normal. So there's basically story, normal, hard, and masochist difficulties.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the difficulty setting that's one more above challenging. That's like, all right.
That's probably what I'm going to play on, which is like the second hardest.
Havoc is asking how difficult is the hard mode. We can't really attest to that right now because
this is our first time playing.
Yeah. This is our first. Yeah, exactly. We went into the stream pretty fresh. We had talked to Kim, who actually did the review and beat the game all the way through already. But outside of what she told us and what we've seen in the stream and what we've read about from other articles, this is all we know. We're playing on normal right now.
Man, this looks great. Maybe I'll have to buy a PS4 just for this game.
A toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher.
And not Bloodborne. That's what everyone bought it for.
Why are we talking about Bloodborne again?
We're not.
Okay. This is not Bloodborne.
Certainly not to compare the two.
This is not Bloodborne.
I don't know if we have any idea about any type of new game plus or carrying over your levels into another playthrough.
I haven't heard anything like that.
Whoa, Devil by the Well. Completed.
We completed that. We're that ghoul.
Yeah. Infamous ex-sniper asking if you think the hours of this game are too long. I think that, I mean, you can probably, I mean, we can't really say anything from a personal standpoint. I think Kim enjoyed it from start to finish.
Yeah.
She loves the grind.
This doesn't feel like too much of a grind so far.
I am Random31 asking about multiplayer. There is none.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I'm glad we get a really strong answer on that one.
D. Parate, who's been on the stream pretty much this whole time, asking if it's 1080p on PS4. I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 900 on Xbox One. I could be wrong about that. I think it's maybe 900 upscaled to 1080.
Yeah, that would make
which
sense.
also answers Joe D's
so many
question
quests.
about the differences between the PS4 and Xbox One. I think the PS4 is slightly more technically sound.
This reminds me of my WoW quest log, just like all these quests that I haven't done.
JP Route 66, there is no co-op from what I understand.
Come on, Roach.
Bionic Andy Poo, which is he's in the running for best username in this stream, I think.
We have so many good ones.
Witcher 2, he never finished it. Should he play through it before trying Witcher 3?
Probably not.
It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I mean, like we said, you can get some backstory on some of the characters, maybe along the world, but it's not necessary. CD Projekt Red, I think, has even come out saying that it's not necessary to play Witcher 2 before 3.
Yeah, I think Kim described it as kind of a plateau in the character arc for Geralt, and so this is kind of a nice point to insert yourself into the story.
Hello, Tried 07, and Sweaty Couch is asking how many TMNT shirts I own, which is weird because I'm not even wearing a TMNT shirt today.
So how many do you own?
I own 3. One with just Raphael.
Only 3?
One with Raphael, one that just has the turtles and like the logo, and one that has the turtles and it says represent.
Are they reboot turtle T-shirts?
No,
or
they're
are they old.
original.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Come
Whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
What do you think this is?
Do you mean original cartoon?
Original
live-action movie?
I think 2 original cartoon, 1 comic.
Okay, going way back.
Yeah. How far into the game are we right now? We've been playing for a little bit over 2 hours.
We still have not done the beginning.
Yeah, we haven't even done the first main quest outside of the tutorial. We're doing all side quests right now. Do we maybe want to go do the main quest after we finish this side quest?
Yes.
Just so we can get a look at that.
We'll give that a try, but I after that last little mini boss fight, I think you should probably have some of the recommended armaments before going into a monster fight. That's just my takeaway.
XO Irish WXO, we're supposed to tell your wife to buy this game. I think you might be better suited to do that.
Just do it.
Outlaw Star is asking why I have TMN T-shirts. Why wouldn't I guess is my question to answer your question. Sam Sinister 44. In the commercials, it seems like Project Red spent a lot of time creating flying monsters. Is there any way for Geralt to fly in the game, like citing Skyrim dragon riding, for example?
Sure.
Is there? Do we know?
I
don't think I've heard of anything.
God, I could see it though. The sailing is really cool in this game.
Catchy Cactus wants some Dan Tack love.
Of course he does.
No
doubt.
It seems like it's getting pretty widespread that this game is available now, digitally and physically. A lot of people are saying they got calls saying that their pre-order's ready, or
is the PC download ready? That's what I want to know.
Well, you'll find out in an hour when we wrap up.
That lady's been washing her clothes forever.
Yeah, you know what, Brian? I'm feeling really sick. You know, just tell him tomorrow that I couldn't come in.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Oh, we're hot on the trail here.
Of that dried blood.
Of the arsonist who was drunk. Well, it looks like we found the place.
Edged by Oregon Arrow. I'm sorry if you were asking a question. We have a lot of questions coming in. If you ask it again, we'll see if we can answer it. I am Random31 asking if any of us are excited about the new Dragon Ball series that was announced. I had a hard time getting into the to Dragon Ball Z.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a little bit too slow in the early goings.
I get that.
I like the overall story. I played through the Budokai Fighters. Whoa, language. I know. He even said whoa.
Yeah.
Smith wants to talk to you.
You know, I kind of agree with you. The series kind of drag. You know, the episodes, not a whole lot happens in a good chunk of them, but I think they're still fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to check it out. We'll see. Fox and Falco 64 asking if there's forging in this game. I think there is. There's crafting and stuff like that.
We already saw the crafting system at a very low level, yeah.
Thresh Flaymaker, do you love me? Love might be a strong word, but we
I'll go ahead and use that.
We certainly like you.
I'm going to use the term.
Okay, we love you.
Magpies and
because Dan
dwarves
Tack,
might be greedy, but I'm not.
he decides for all of us.
That's just the way it is.
Oh, wow.
Man, this guy with the language.
I love this guy.
Try me, peasant.
Do it. All right.
Egging him on.
You cannot attack this
target. Oh, yeah, I can.
Set him on fire.
No, we're not going to use our sword on this guy.
Might have to. Jeez, he's kicking your ass.
Oh, he's drunk. He's not feeling the pain.
Ravencroft75 is saying that the Witcher account is actually tweeting that the Xbox One version is now unlocked.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What are we doing here?
It's just pandemonium.
What are we still doing in the office?
We're getting our asses beat.
He's tanked, man.
Okay, there we go.
That gives him Witcher powers.
Can you level up your character?
Yeah, there is a leveling system.
Danny,
he's wearing a cast?
But not your legs.
We did see the leveling system earlier.
Sure.
And take my advice.
So the person asking if there's a level cap, I don't know.
Wow.
Can you terminate quests?
There you go.
I wish Kim was here to answer these questions. This is our first look at it.
No, Paradox Matthew, Wade has not sang since.
I said I take requests. I haven't gotten any, have I?
Wade does take requests.
That's a hearty beard. I bet Kim's going to watch this later on YouTube and say, oh, they could have talked about this. They could have talked about this.
I'm sure she is, but, you know, she's gone.
We apologize, viewers. Our resident expert on this game is not here currently.
We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come.
So if you guys noticed, I did choose, like, at first I chose not to accept his bribe. We could have just taken the money. Instead, I just said, turn him in. So beat him up. So we'll see what, basically, this guy's fate. Oh, gosh.
So, Kev Miller.
No.
Kev
Well,
Miller
it looks like some vigilante justice is going on here. Oh, boy. Well, I feel kind of bad for the guy now.
Kev Miller is asking about the wind effect and if we think it's too much. I mean, we can't. We've never really been to this this land, so I think it's hard for us to judge. You know, it gets pretty windy in Minneapolis at nights.
Yeah,
but it does seem like it's pretty constantly blowing in this world.
It's windy.
Yeah, but and the hair. I mean, the hair's blowing with it, so it's, at least it's consistent.
And we haven't. I guess we don't have projectiles, so we can't see how wind affects.
There is a crossbow, though.
Can we see the armor inventory?
I mean,
Ant the Total Geek is asking. I'm guessing he means inventory.
Yeah, we've been in there a couple times.
What can I do for you?
That was good.
Thanks.
Like you to
Not quite as good as my Mario, but you know.
Oh, your Mario is brilliant. It's bloody brilliant.
You can craft an iron ingot.
Okay, Havoc 970 is just going straight for it. How much time
ingots.
do you see yourself spending in this game?
How can we? It's like impossible to tell right now, but okay. It'll be over 40 hours. I can say that.
JP
easily.
Route 66 is saying there should be another Red Dead game. I am very hard pressed to find someone who disagrees with that. Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games of last gen.
So long.
So somebody wanted to see the armor menu, so we'll go into that real quick.
Gravy Taco, yes, we do live in Minneapolis.
Yes, we do.
Edge by Oregon Arrow is asking if you think CD Projekt Red is going to start revealing a bit more about Cyberpunk 2077 now that Witcher 3 is out. I mean, that would be the next logical step, I think. Havoc 970 is clamoring for the Mario impression now.
Hey, you know what?
Well,
as is the Raider 210.
Can you give us a little?
As is Danny Howgate. I mean, I guess maybe.
I think you're going to have to
give
now.
us a little taste.
The people demand it.
It's me, Mario.
Yes. Oh, every time. That's great.
All right,
I've been trying to work on my Wario as well, but it's not quite ready.
We're going to try to do main quest line just because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Badly.
Good idea. Were you working on that ever since Mario 64 came out?
I think I was. I don't know.
Griffins are weak
I hear
to
something stupid in the
grape
game, and like you saw with the guy, I hear something like an accent or a silly voice I want to do, and I just do it because I'm an idiot.
Well, that's a cool jump. It's vertical.
It's a jump. It is a jump.
People have been commenting that it's weird to see you wearing anything but black.
Oh, no, I no longer wear black.
I almost wore black today, but then I was like, oh, Dan might be wearing black, and I didn't want to have just a total blackout.
I think I'm wearing the most black right now.
I just try to get people to throw you off. The black thing was, just for a little bit.
Oh, and I guess I should show off my
hello, disgusting
t-shirt
old
swag.
man. Outlaw Star is now asking for me to do Luigi, which I don't think I've ever tried to do Luigi, and I don't think I'm going to on a live stream.
Yeah, that one's a little harder.
It is.
Show me what you got.
Oh, he doesn't have food. We need to get some food and some hybrid oil and some grape shot. So we'll need to find a general vendor.
So long.
Then we can go after the griffin.
Yeah, I think I tweeted out like an hour and a half ago that we were looking for griffins.
I mean, there's just so much to do.
True.
And it's advisable that you do so. Okay.
Well, we did find a dead griffin, right?
Yes. That's part of the main quest.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at all these other question marks.
Ah, everyone needs help. The world needs saving.
It does.
But it's one of those things where if you help some people, you can't help others, right?
Well, I did get that. I did get the poor drunk arsonist hung by a gang of vigilantes. So there's that.
But hey, there's no more arson.
I mean, had I known they were going to kill him, I probably would have accepted the bribe.
Yeah.
More people just saying that the game is available now. Again, we can't substantiate these reports, but it seems like a lot of people are saying
so
it.
professional, Brian. Unsubstantiated
Nicely
reports
done.
are coming in.
Again, we cannot confirm this at this time. Breaking news.
That's right. Hey, does anybody know if it's out for PC yet?
Somebody is saying it has hit Steam.
Oh my god.
My dear lord.
All right, well, guys, I'm really sick. I gotta go.
Yeah. Tack is out. He is on Steam down there.
So it looks like we have about 40 more minutes. So if you want to get any questions or any other gaming-related discussions, we'd be more than happy to talk about whatever you guys want
40
to chat.
minutes. The game is out now, Brian. What do we?
We gotta go.
John Marston is
Shut it down.
asking how big the game is. It's about 20% bigger than Skyrim as far as the map size.
He wasn't asking like data-wise.
No, asking about the map size.
Something else.
Danny Howgate asking, do you think this game will be talked about and played a lot for a long time? I mean, based on the early impressions, I think it's safe to say that people will be playing this game
Well,
for a while.
what did Kim say? She said it was the future of RPGs.
Whoa.
That is a freaking bold statement.
So,
right
yeah.
Sweaty
Putting that out
Bib is
there.
asking how long the campaign takes. I'm not sure. I know Kim blasted through it all the way through and did a lot of the side quests.
I want to try the card game.
I want to say it took her about a week
I did not need
of
to buy
playing
that
pretty
chicken.
dedicated.
Oh, no,
I
I
mean,
bought
she
all
would
that
that was
chicken.
her full-time job.
What did you just buy?
A bunch of chicken.
Why did you buy the chicken?
I need grape shot. I don't even know where to buy grape shot.
Well, you got grapes.
Oh my gosh, I want to play this card game so bad right now.
Can playing the card game really be that much more fun than killing griffins?
I'm afraid of the griffin because I don't have the right tools to beat the griffin. The game literally tells you this is what you need to kill the griffin.
Huh.
We don't have those tools.
How satisfying are the combat mechanics?
Farewell.
it has more satisfying combat than The Witcher 1 and 2. It's a very difficult question to answer. It seems smoother than those games and tighter.
Hello, Little Bigger. Thanks for joining us.
Was that the same pub you were in before talking to all those people?
Right, yeah, I want to go play the card game. I'd rather play the card game than go after the Griffin, but hey.
Hey, we got 40 minutes. Let's go after the Griffin, and then we have time we can wind down with some
But I don't
card
have
game.
the stuff to kill the Griffin.
But you can try. We can watch you fail spectacularly.
That's true. All right, so the game tells you need these items to kill the Griffin. I do not collect these items. That is
What if that's a test the
very
game is
typical
giving
behavior
you?
of me.
What if that's another
You saw what happened when I went after the
yeah, and you beat it.
The Wraith? Yeah, okay.
Whoa, that boy's about to get run
I
over by a
barely
horse.
beat the Wraith, and it says the Griffin
Barely.
advisable is level 3, and we're level 2.
Run, Roach.
All right, we're doing this.
You got it. Now, I don't know, Brian, if you heard this earlier. I swear one of the sound bites they use for this horse is one that they use for Epona.
You know, horses kind of sound the same.
Yeah, it's the same exact sound bite.
I don't know if you know this, Wade, but a lot of horses make the same noises.
I don't
Or
know.
similar
I
noises.
think that the solid link is asking about the file size. I believe it was about 31.6 gigabytes on the PS4.
I think so. When we downloaded it, it said 10, but then got bigger for some reason.
Yeah, and then I think there's like a 9 gigabyte or like a 6 gigabyte patch or something. Or
wow, gotta love those day one patches.
Mario vs Sonic, who wins? Go. That's one of the questions coming in from Flipsnip.
I think, judging by history, Mario.
Yeah, I think Mario has emerged as the winner, unfortunately.
That debate is settled.
For instance, that beggar takes poisonous.
Ant the Total Geek asking if you can talk to everybody in the game.
Yeah, we've been able to talk to everyone, but the pithy peasants don't have anything to say. They just say, "Oh, welcome to town," and stuff like that.
Just like that too.
But
looking for buckthorn.
the more substantial NPCs have dialogue chains.
Milk Lizard 58 is asking how intimidating will the overarching story be for someone new to the series. I think that it's.
We have been told by reliable sources
Yeah.
that it's easy to jump into for those not versed in it.
I was thinking, a few years ago.
Oh,
we had
drowners, man.
trouble
Variety HD asking if you can play the card game with a friend online. I don't think you
I would
can, 'cause
highly
there's-
doubt it, but
there's-
man, that would be sweet.
There's no multiplayer advertised for this game.
It does seem
whatsoever.
weird to just have that one little thing.
Guys,
you know,
why are we not
multiplayer.
playing the card game?
Because this
I don't
village-
care about the Griffin. I care about the card game.
People are gonna die if you don't stop the Griffin.
I don't care. I want to go play cards.
With who? They're all dead from the Griffin.
No, there's that one guy in the bar who wanted to play cards.
There are no decent men in the army. They're only orders.
Not from here, are you?
Pro Gamer 231000 asking if you should get this game on Xbox One or PC.
PC.
If you have a PC that can do this game justice, I
Hard
think
to
that
say.
it would be hard to not get it on
Hard
PC.
to argue with that.
But again, if you have to upgrade your system a few $100s, then maybe you think about going Xbox One in the immediate future and then waiting for a Steam sale or something for PC.
That's fair. All right, time to go find some buckthorn. Let's go, Roach.
Come on, Roach.
I missed this. Is there indeed a button you can press to not hit trees or stay
stays on the path, I
on the
think.
path?
Whoa!
Someone said that there was, but
Hold X, they
You're
said.
aggroing all the wolves.
I am an off-roader, okay?
Matt USA is happy that we have a Twitch channel. He did not know that we did. So,
Yeah,
welcome. Thank
Be
you for
sure to
watching.
follow
We
or
do have a Twitch
subscribe or
channel.
whatever you can do. You'll be notified every time we stream. We're trying to stream more regularly. We have a Destiny House of Wolves stream scheduled for tomorrow, which is the second big expansion coming.
Is anyone going to be here tomorrow? Because I am ill. Violently ill.
I believe I will be on that stream as well.
Miller
with,
will be here.
Matt Miller, and I believe Ben Reeves will be joining us for
Yes.
that as well. I think might even be the same time, maybe a little bit earlier.
I think a little bit. It isn't quite set yet. But
We'll
around
have
the
full
same time.
details on the site tomorrow. Check GameInformer.com and follow us on Twitter at GameInformer.
I'm super pumped for that expansion.
Wow, I just found like a ton of cool stuff. There is material everywhere.
Mr. Fluffy is asking if we can kill kids in this game, because I mean that's usually
I haven't tried, but we'll do that next time we're in town.
that's pretty big taboo usually in
is.
games.
Yeah, like you can't in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go see if we can throw an arrow in the knee of a child.
Outlaw Star is wishing there was a Last of Us 2.
Which won't kill them, but will prevent them from being an adventurer. They can
Wow.
be a town's guardman.
Should talk to Vesemir.
Kratos versus Geralt. Who wins? You gotta think Kratos.
What kind of?
We have people asking questions.
Where do you come up with that?
I think Flipsnip has a very active Smash Brothers-esque imagination. He had the Mario versus Sonic, which I mean we can already test out.
All right, so like unfortunately, I think Geralt loses that fight by just by strict lore, right? Like Witchers are super badass and powerful, but they're not like Kratos tier as far
They're
as
not like gods.
Yeah.
Witcher 2, not necessary to play Witcher 3 is what we're hearing.
That's what we're hearing. And having played Witcher 2 and now playing this for whatever, how many hours that we played, I don't think it's necessary. It might help. Might be cool.
Viscerals is just saying, fight something.
Well,
let's go fight something.
We are trying to get the... We're on the road to fight the Griffin.
Nucent, from our download on PS4, it's looking like it was about 36.1 gigabytes, if my memory serves. So it's not over the 49 gigabyte mark that you were asking. I'm guessing you have that much left on your internet, or you have that much left on your hard drive. There is a pretty sizable patch, and I imagine there's going to be a couple more of those in the first couple of weeks.
Let it download overnight.
Yes. What is it, Wolf?
Would you recommend this game? I think so. I mean, Kim Wallace would be the definitive source as far as Game Informer is concerned, but she loved it. Go read her review on our site.
I'll just go ahead and say yes.
Dan's the one who's been playing out of us.
Go on. Tell me what you know.
Dan is playing, by the way. It's
I am going to go home, download this, and play it for 7+ hours.
In the video, it looks like we're just sitting here watching someone play. But
Havoc, yes, I believe there is a patch. It's a couple gigs, maybe. But I mean that's pretty commonplace nowadays for games.
Powerful scent, more like stench. City boy.
We can't really assign a rating to it, having not played a substantial chunk of it. I'm enjoying watching it. Wade is enjoying watching it. I can speak for him. Dan's enjoying playing it.
I am absolutely enjoying playing it. We have
Kim Wallace, who has beaten the game and played a lot of the side quests, gave it a 9.75 out of 10. You can go read her full review on our site. And yeah.
Well, you know, it's really cool. I mean, right from the beginning of this game, it establishes a really interesting cinematic tone. You know, a lot of little things come together. The music in the background, the ambience, the expressions on the faces, everything looks just, it gels so well.
And there is a crossbow that you can use. 7th District is asking how much does a good gaming PC cost on average, looking to buy one just to play this game on it.
Unfortunately, we haven't had any pre-release pre-C code, so I can't tell you with reliability.
No, how much does a good PC cost is what he's asking. Like
but he wants one that would play this.
Oh, sure.
I don't know.
But how much would a good one cost?
We literally do not know the requirements for this game as they apply, because I don't think people have tested it until today. So you might want to go check out like what people are saying about the requirements and if they're accurate.
But I mean, a decent, respectable rig would.
I think Dan knows. He just doesn't want to tell you.
Anywhere between, I guess, 1,200 to 2,000. You think would be
that's a really good
rig that you could pretty much say would.
But I'm definitely not committing to that, because different games, have shown to be quirky. I know better than to say this PC will run that. You got to check out what's going on.
Yeah.
We were not provided any PC review code, so I can't attest to that at all.
Vive is asking how much does a Star Citizen capable PC cost?
Oh, I almost said something really hilarious, but I'm going to refrain from that as well.
That's what we don't want anything hilarious on this stream.
Nope.
A Star Citizen, 4K rig will cost you a lot of money. That's the end of that.
It runs in 4K now? Was that always their goal?
I'm sure people will be running it at very high specification.
Bionic Andy Poo, welcome again. He's asking, do we see ourselves playing this multiple times? I think it's hard to say at this point. I think Kim was definitely ready to jump back in after she finished for her review.
To get a better ending, yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to jump back in, make different choices. So, I mean, if that answers your question at all.
I am the kind of guy who plays through a game once usually. Depends
I usually
on the game.
am too. I've played through the Mass Effect trilogy multiple times. I've played through Ocarina of Time multiple times.
For the multiple endings.
Yeah, for the multiple endings of, do I save Zelda or do I just let Ganon run away
just
with
run
it?
off the edge into the lava.
All right, we got the Thunderbolt potion. We're going to fight the Griffin. How much time we have?
We have about 30 minutes remaining.
All right, that's plenty of time to get killed by the Griffin because we didn't make the correct items.
Archtenberg, I guess is the name. Is there any graphical difference from the Xbox One and PS4? I believe that the PS4 goes a slightly higher resolution at 1080p, whereas the Xbox One, I think, is at 900p, upscale to 1080p.
Right.
I mean, that's completely from my memory from reading it a while ago. Loot Train asking if, since Witcher 2 was so full of cutscenes, does this feel like you're playing a movie at times?
We've gotten plenty of cutscenes for talking and stuff like that.
Yeah, like this type of stuff is pretty commonplace so far. We only had one like true cutscene at the beginning.
Yep.
Ready?
Everything else has been in-engine.
Let's start.
We've also haven't done any of the main quests yet.
We're doing one of them now.
Maybe we'll see one at the end of
But
this.
yeah, in the side quest, there's still plenty of chit-chat, so that's just part of the game.
In the shade of those birches.
All right.
So tell
So here are the
find Yennefer, what do
somebody
we
is
do?
pasting in
Got
the
your eye on a contract?
the PC requirements as
They are pasting, yes, I know that, but especially for CD Projekt Red, I don't know if people were around for the Witcher 2 release or any of that, but like, you know, those requirements, there could be compatibility problems with video cards and all kinds of stuff like that that we don't know about until right now.
Sure. So Snarlax is asking if we're going to be streaming more often. They love the stream.
Maybe you can answer that, Brian.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be streaming Destiny House of Wolves tomorrow.
As much as we possibly can, we'll be streaming.
The second large expansion for Destiny.
Yeah, we are going big on streaming. Okay,
Yeah.
so you better get ready. It's going to get wild. There you go.
As Wade gets tangled up in the wires.
That's right.
But yeah.
Wade's going to get some Chipotle. We're going to stream for like days.
I could go
on
for some
end.
Chipotle right now.
So yeah, look for Destiny House of Wolves stream tomorrow. Maybe another stream later this week. We'll see.
There it is.
We're going to lock down this
boy.
office and do nothing but stream for like 3 weeks.
It's going to get hot in here.
It's going to get real hot in here.
Fallout 52 is asking if you can buy different weapons. You sure can.
Yeah, you can. And I probably should have before this.
There it is, the crossbow.
Oh, gosh. They're going to teach me how to use a crossbow during a boss fight? Are you kidding me?
Asking how excited we are about Arkham Knight. I'm pretty excited.
Yes. When does that come out again?
I believe the end of June. June 20th is the date that's sticking out in my head.
Going to be a busy year.
Always lectured us on the evils, but you're a gambler yourself.
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
Aw.
I mean, he's right. When you're right, you're right. I am not the recommended level for this quest.
Maybe we'll stream some Splatoon later on.
Yeah.
Not today, but another day this week, maybe next week. Who knows?
You know what I'm most interested about with the next Arkham game is I want to see if they were influenced at all by Mordor in their development. Because wasn't Shadow of Mordor influenced by Arkham?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like the Tomb Raider and Uncharted back and forth, where like, you know, Uncharted doesn't exist without the original Tomb Raider, but then Tomb Raider, as it exists now, doesn't exist without how Uncharted went.
Yeah, so I guess I'm curious to see if they...
Well, I think that I wouldn't say Mordor was as influenced about...
oh, God.
Or Mordor wasn't as influenced by Batman as Tomb Raider and Uncharted are influenced by each other. I mean, I think that a lot of games kind of ripped off, or not ripped off, but used that template of fighting. I mean, Uncharted even used it in Uncharted 3 at the very least.
This is super intense.
It's pretty intense for a tutorial boss, yeah.
A lot of people are saying that we're kind of in a enclosed area that has no access to the outside world right now, but a lot of people are reporting that the game is available now to be bought both physically and digitally. So if you want to call your local store, see if maybe that's an option. The horse is not worried about this thing at all.
Run, do not walk to your local store.
Your Chipotle stop, which I think someone commented about earlier.
These graphics are PS4, which is surprising a lot of people.
I am legit surprised as the PC guy here.
Viciousness is asking who is playing.
It's me.
This guy. With his mind.
That's right.
Daffodor 1980 is asking what's better, Dragon Age Inquisition or Witcher 3. It's kind of
this is better than Dragon Age Inquisition.
I think it's kind of early to say, but
I don't care. No, I'm going right on record
Dan's
right now.
Dan's also
Tack.
not the biggest Dragon Age fan on the staff.
A big fan, Dragon Age.
Hot debate. Hot debate.
This is better.
Oh, good music. It's so intense.
It's running. Man, I should have got my horse. I can't believe it's going so far.
You gotta love the music, especially this battle music.
Softcore is literally eating Chipotle right now.
Oh my god!
So jealous.
I am too. I had it twice last week, and I don't regret it whatsoever. I wish I had it 3
Griffins,
times.
eating Chipotle. Life simply does not.
Rusty Foos is asking if the gameplay is smooth so far. I think it's very smooth.
This is easily the smoothest Witcher game. Absolutely.
Sir Scuds is asking what system this is on. We are playing on PS4, but it's
can't
also
believe this is
available
PS4.
on PC and Xbox One.
If you
not
told
available
me,
on last
if you told me
gen.
this is PS4, I would not believe you, and I'm not even joking.
Atch Tenberg asking if we would recommend a walkthrough for this.
No.
I think it's best to kind of discover this stuff on your own. If you want to get everything and get like the best endings, maybe the strategy guide's the way to go.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to use this potion, huh? I didn't use that.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
Oh, well, this guy's too noob, man.
Oh, Raggle Snarf. What are you talking about? Taco Bell greater than
Nice.
Chipotle.
Taken down. Really? Well, I think each one is good in different situations, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. You're coming back from the bar.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, you're not wrong.
Get a nice Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh yeah.
Softcore really digs Dan Tack.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
Can you customize your outfit? I believe so.
We noticed that when we changed our armor, our outfit changed.
Meet me at the inn.
Alenho, we're doing our best best effort to keep up with all the comments. Sorry if we missed your thing.
Oh, look at all those fat loots.
Oh yeah. Do you still have your chainmail underneath that, or
we took it off? This is our new outfit.
It looks a little lighter. Maybe
it is lighter. It's light
affects
armor.
your
it is light armor.
Agility. Beautiful sunset.
All right, well, that was pretty sweet. That was a pretty neat tutorial boss encounter.
All right, so we have about 25 minutes left. If anybody wants to ask any questions, now would be the time as we start wrapping up. That was the first. That was the first main quest, correct?
Yes, that is the first main quest, and it only took us 3 hours to do.
Okay, this footstep counter tells you how far away from your marker you are. I thought it was a
correct.
pedometer for a second.
That's totally what it is, Wade. We got to keep healthy.
Yeah, I know. Someone asked why isn't there a bathroom meter earlier.
I agree. They should have one of those just to make sure that you go on time.
Those are cool rooms.
Somebody's asking if you can dye your horse, like change colors.
We did find a different saddle. I don't know about dyeing it, though.
Danube Knobber is asking, what's better, Skyrim or The Witcher 3?
That's too early to call.
Yeah. I think that would be a bad idea, I am Random31, allowing SharePlay to end the stream.
Yeah, I don't... We gotta have to get
Plus,
permission from higher
this,
powers.
This isn't even our
right.
account. We're
It
playing
is
on
not.
Joe Juba's account.
This is Mr. Joe Juba.
Alone and Silent. It officially releases tomorrow. A lot of people are saying it actually has already released.
Yeah, hearing reports from inside the booth.
Jed K is asking what the biggest difference between this and Witcher 2 is.
Well, this is incredibly open world. I mean, that's hugely noticeable right now. Like, definitely that Skyrim element, only that seems to be more involved side quests, along with like just random loot piles and monster and random monsters.
What the hell is this?
Super exciting, actually, so far.
Right.
Someone got
You
into
take
his
me for a
food.
blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
This grain is rotten.
Now it looks like somebody's getting hung, because that's what they do here.
So, a fool.
Cool armor.
Ian J is asking how you get a job at Game Informer. Work really hard for a long time and then hope that you...
That's not bad advice.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot of hard work. I wrote about video games for about 6 or 7 years before I got this job, so...
I actually just showed up one day and kind of just hung out, and eventually people forgot.
Yeah, I don't even really work here.
Wee Tall is asking if you can go first person. I don't think you can.
Your turn.
Daedric Prince is asking how much gore is involved.
We've seen I mean, the crow went through a guy's eye socket earlier.
It's true.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yes,
Funk Munker, which is better, Witcher or Resident Evil 5?
It's like comparing like apples to I don't know.
Vadison is asking what graphic card we're using. Whatever graphic card is native in the PS4.
This is PS4.
We are playing on PS4. Vinivox, I think the game is worth the money based on what we've seen so far, based on Kim Wallace's
What do we got going on here?
Some dialogues recommend you make a quick decision.
Oh, so it's like you have a very limited time.
Yeah, you can't take your time to think about it. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's just a little side thing, but...
So I haven't played the first Witcher.
Backups, I agree with you 100%. I mentioned that earlier. The guy looks like the guy from Game of Thrones.
Does he not have any scars in the first Witcher?
He is the guy from Game of Thrones. Guys, this is all secretly Game of Thrones. We've been fooling you. Game of Thrones released in 2016 right here.
Yeah.
Did you play Red Dead, Dan Tack?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Did not have the appropriate console to do so.
I was going to ask. Somebody's asking how the horse controls compared to Red Dead.
I have heard so many good things about Red Dead. It's one of the few things I'm waiting to come to PC.
Witcher 3 or Star Wars Angry Birds. That's it. We're closing down the stream. No more chat allowed.
Hey, Star Wars Angry Birds is pretty fun.
Banned.
All right, where are we going here?
Frame rate has been pretty good
so
on
far.
PS4. I mean, we've had some
We
drops.
can't make any sweeping. I mean, I can't believe how good this looks for the performance.
John Marston, the main character of Red Dead Redemption,
Yes.
is giving you crap about not playing Red Dead Redemption.
Well, I am a PC gamer at heart, and unfortunately it hasn't come there. So for the console generation, I did miss the PS3 era.
We're using an Elgato, correct?
Well, usually when we record, yes. Right now we are not using that. We're using Broadcast Pix.
And just so John Marston knows, I will play that game someday. I've heard great things. I'm not dissing it, okay?
What frames per second? I think this is 30, right?
Tree lines, my name is Brian. And I'm assuming that him asking who the guy in the white shirt is and me answering is going to be immediately followed by Brian is insult.
Just go for it, man.
Well, whether or not this is playing at 60 right now, it's broadcasting at 30 through our stream.
Wow. This is a good-looking shot right here.
Oh, beautiful vista.
It's pretty nice, gotta admit.
Yeah, there's been some nudity so far.
In the very beginning, there was.
This is rated M.
It is rated M.
There's lots of gore, and I'm sure there'll be lots more nudity, too. That's just kind of how it goes in Witcher.
Not a whole lot of loading screens. Like, every now and then you'll get uh-oh, your horse. What happened to your horse?
We have not died, though.
That's true. We haven't bloodborned yet. Oh, well, Tree Lines was just asking because my voice sounds super familiar. If you listen to the podcast, I appeared on that a lot when
we're going
Matt
really
was the
far.
host.
Probably should have supported.
I'm on replay and test
What
camera
is she doing?
frequently.
Oh, I think she was doing like squats or something.
She is drinking booze out of that barrel.
Bald Bulldozer's asking, can love bloom on the Witcher field? There are a lot of romance options in this game.
Yes, it can. It can and will.
Is there a limit to your romances?
Probably yes. Inherently so.
Yeah, and I mean, again, this is PS4, which is impressive graphics. A lot of
I'm
people are
blown
still
away
by it.
Yeah.
It does look good.
Yeah, even Dan, who is Mr. PC Master Race.
Ooh, good question. Is there a home base style arena or area in this game?
Now, I would say we have not gotten to the point of the game where we'd encounter that, I don't think, yet. That is a really good question. I'd actually be surprised to see a game without that, given how commonplace they've become.
The storyline is we haven't gotten to the storyline yet.
The storyline is we killed the griffin.
People are asking how long the storyline is. It's pretty long.
Yeah,
from what we understand.
I don't think we wanted to get into spoilers very much, so we just been doing a lot of side quests.
We did side quests to level up to kill the griffin and find loot to kill the griffin.
Are any large mountains in sight? We've seen a few. Seen a few mountains, maybe not large.
I mean, we're assuming the environment will change after we leave this area and go to one of the other ones on the map.
Dog Hill Bob. I would love to play some NBA Live if we weren't playing Witcher 3 and I didn't have to go home and write some more.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's true what they say.
I think we should do that. I think we should cancel Witcher and play NBA Live.
The world is bigger than Skyrim Rio Crystal. About 20%, I believe, is what the developers
Right,
told
but that's
us.
like such a meaningless like.
It is.
It is,
but people
and the
are
more we
asking.
say it, the more we understand that. But
I
that,
would
that's,
like to stop saying that.
That is just
It's a question people are
quick little
asking.
thing we can put out there
It's
to
a
give
quick
some sort
little
of
thing
idea.
that gives no sense of like whether that's meaningful or not.
Yeah, correct. But it's still something we can just throw out there as a quick answer.
Sure.
Somebody is saying, since the three of us are relatively new hires, do we prefer to be referred to as Game Informer, the next generation, or the new batch?
Or 2.0.
You can call me whatever you like.
2.0. I think.
Oh,
we're-
what is she?
She's
What?
really upset. This game features
Let me
mature
be.
themes, Wade. Wade, cover your eyes.
Recognize this medallion. You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That's true.
Dan Tack, how is the pacing?
What the Emperor
It's
promised you,
been
friends.
great. Like for the time we've played, and again, I've only played this game for the 3 hours we've been on stream. I felt like at any point I could go main story or side quest and be equally comfortable with either. Really love that sense of choice it presented. So far, so great. Again, I expect a few polished first hours, so I can't speak to the larger experience.
Rusty Foos
Oh,
is
here we go.
asking if we feel the graphics
Bandits.
are oversaturated, fairy tale-like. I mean, everything looks so nice and romantic, not really medieval.
That's a good point. I actually like that though.
I can recognize that concern. I don't know if it's ruining the experience for me. Oh my gosh, I just cleaved that guy's arm right off.
That's awesome. Whoa, what happened? In the middle of you doing this little like pirouette to slash, it got to a low.
Yeah, I think that the game like broke when I ripped that guy in
Yeah,
half.
it's like cannot compute. Yep.
I don't know if we can skip cutscenes. Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's no gore in this game.
Again, it is rated M for mature.
Family friendly.
He'll never get ahead in life.
Wholesome fun. Fun for the whole family.
He'll never be the head of a major corporation.
Austin
Wade,
Powers.
you're done.
That's not a way to get ahead in life.
Oh my God, so bad.
See his face. God save us.
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
Jeez.
Ooh, good question. How do you know what medieval looks like? Photos?
He could tell by looking at the pixels. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I think it's just an emotion.
You get prompted to choose your difficulty in the very beginning.
You do, and I think you can change it as you go through the game if you decide it's too much or too little.
That brawl, we didn't start.
We're playing on normal right now, and it feels a little undertuned for me, so I'll probably play it one tick above. And there's also a setting that's crazy hard for the people who are really nuts.
Slow GLI is asking if you can kill randoms just strolling through towns. I believe you can.
They warn you not to do that right when you go into town, so I assume it's something you could do. We have not done it on this playthrough because we've been trying to show the game. So
yeah, we're really doing our best to show as much as we can, like without spoiling a whole lot.
But we will try to attack some citizens as soon as we get out of here because we are running out of time.
Yeah, we only have about 15 minutes left.
Unfortunately. I love this look at the game. It's amazing.
Again, we're going to be streaming tomorrow, Destiny House of Wolves.
Everyone's going to be sleeping and playing Witcher. No one's gonna
and then we're going to try to
stream
more regularly going forward. So if you liked our stream, be sure to subscribe or follow or whatever you can do on our thing. Whatever option you have, be sure to do that. We'll notify you every time we're streaming.
No, we won't bug you. It's cool, man. Just hang out.
You can choose your settings. You can choose whether you want to be notified or not. So if you want to be notified, get notified.
People want you to play the card game before we go.
I would love to play the card game before we go.
Yeah, we're getting excited for Arkham Knight. Just trying to keep up with the comments here.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to spend like 3 hours on that card game as soon as I get this thing loaded.
We have the notifications turned off, Solid Link, so we don't know what the achievements and trophies are, what ones we're unlocking.
It would kind of be distracting.
Softcore is asking where they can follow us on social media. It's time for the shameless plug.
Oh man.
I don't
have
social media.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I don't have social media. You won't be able to find me.
He's off the grid.
As far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Let's see. So you can find me at Brian P. Shea, same as my Twitter handle, or same as my Twitch handle. You can find Dan at Dan Tack.
I guess I'll type mine in too.
And Wade is going to type his in.
And
you can follow me for game talk, stupid jokes, really stupid jokes.
Yeah, these guys have some really stupid jokes.
I guess some last minute questions here. Is there anything we don't like about the game at the moment?
Right now?
Yeah.
I cannot attack. No, I can't lay into this game at all. I just want to play some more of this game, for real at this point.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
It is genuinely pretty sweet. I really love the way, I had questions. Like, is this open world going to be implemented in a meaningful way, or is it just going to be like, okay, go here, loot a chest, go here, pick up all this stuff, craft it. It's all there, but at the same time, the side quests were really cool. We did one today. The main quest line, we killed a griffin.
Lord Corporal is asking, do we personally play as good guys or bad guys when we play like morality-based games?
I try to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Most of the time in these games, but
that was weird.
Like I thought I was doing the right thing by turning that drunk over to those guys earlier, like the arsonist. He was like, destroying town buildings. He was drunk. He was not a great person. And instead of like taking his bribe, like, sort of morally ambiguous choice, I'm like, no, you come with me. I beat him up. Took him to the town guards, and then they just hung him. So, that I probably didn't want that outcome for the guy, but maybe you shouldn't get drunk and burn down buildings. It's a morality play going on here.
Yeah, guess that's true. So yeah, if you want us to follow us on Twitter, that's where you can do it. You can scroll up, and we'll post them again before we get out of here.
But just going back to what Dan was saying, I mean, what things we don't like about the game so far, I don't know. I mean, I heard the loading times were kind of rough for Reiner.
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, we've seen pretty quick loading screens and very few loading screens.
And honestly,
and Reiner is playing on Xbox.
This.
He is playing on Xbox. Good point.
Look at this.
Wow,
these things happening.
These in-engine cutscenes look like pre-rendered cinematics.
Just wait till you see him on a ramped-up PC.
Rusty Foos, you can interact with a lot of things in this world. You can smash things, you can kill people, you can fight beasts, you can explore every little nook and cranny. Lord Corporal, we're glad you enjoyed the stream so far. And,
somebody liked our stream.
A lot of people are saying they liked our stream. So I mean, that's.
Well, those are my new favorite people.
Yeah, exactly. Bionic Andy Poo again asking our thoughts on AC Syndicate.
That is kind of out of nowhere.
I think it's going to be. I wrote an opinion piece on how getting rid of the multiplayer might be a good thing. You can check that out on GameInformer.com if you feel so inclined.
Hopefully that means they're focusing on the core experience and, you know, really honing that.
Hey, thanks for checking out our podcast, Wrecking Crew Gaming. That's, I don't think Beyond is us, though. I think that's another outlet.
No, it's cool. It's us.
That's cool, yeah. Thanks for joining us, Effie's Habibi.
Can you kill everyone like in Deus Ex?
It appears to have an open-ended killing system with guard consequences and systems like that. So,
hello, Cholester Dude. Thoughts on the Jared Leto leaked Joker picks?
They look
looks better than the tattoo.
Look ridiculous.
Look better than the tatted up one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough when people saw leaked pics or heard that Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker. Everyone hated on that, but
that's true, and they were wrong. So let's wait and see, right?
Here we go. I've been waiting for this scene the whole time.
Oh, good. We get this now.
There's
ending
there will
strong.
be more of this. Yeah.
Is this the card game?
This is not the card game.
Oh, where are they going?
We should be playing the card game instead. It's another bath.
Another bath scene. How we started this. We end the stream.
I hope
how
the
we
game
started.
ends with a bath too, since it starts with a bath.
Thinkamere cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all.
Oh gosh.
I think the comments I enjoy the most are the comparison comments.
In that chair.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Look at
So
those.
we get to do an audience with royalty in our
He looks
in our
oily.
skivvies. I like it. I dig this.
He looks like someone greased him up. Typically, water kind of, you know, falls off eventually.
No.
No, man.
It's one of his Witcher powers. There we go. Like
What's
this.
wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have real-time beard
that's right.
growth.
Beard growth is at real time.
So you have to get shaven if you want it off.
Consider beards hard on the eyes, especially beards infested with lice.
Oh, what's he trying to say?
I don't like this guy.
Fine. Do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
I don't trust this guy.
These guys are servants. I trust them. Although I like to keep my beard.
Prepare to answer some questions. General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time. I can't think of a better time. Men
No, you're right.
turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat.
You know, going back to the medieval comment earlier, this definitely, like the wardrobe and everything, has more of a Renaissance vibe. So I think the colors kind of fit.
You even had those cool specs on the dude earlier.
Cabasta, I don't think any of us have read the Witcher novels, so unfortunately we can't comment one way or the other.
But one that must be seen.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown.
It's still hilarious that Geralt of Rivia and then Jeffem went with Geralto Rivera.
Yeah.
Man, that's the thing.
The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander won.
So we've got about 8 minutes remaining.
Jeez.
Coming down there.
We are running out of...
We fought on opposing sides, true.
I like the way the beard isn't even there anymore when he has the shaving cream on. Like the beard just vanishes.
Yeah, it's there.
The beard physics are gone.
Yo, beard physics. Big issue.
2 out of 10, no beard physics.
We found the big condemning factor here, people. It's the beard physics.
The water looks great. The beard, not so much.
Beard physics.
Bye, Tar Heel. It was cool hanging out with you. See you next time when we play Destiny House of Wolves tomorrow.
Can't wait for that.
For the rest of you, we got about 7 minutes if you want to get any last-minute questions in. Yes, Tacos
very
McBueno.
rich storyline content between chapters.
Tacos McBueno is asking if you can jump in without any prior Witcher experience. Yes.
You can. In fact, something we're doing right here is sort of fleshing out what our decisions were in Witcher 2.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well.
I honestly might buy a PS4 just for this game. This is really cool.
I mean, you already bought one for Bloodborne, right?
Totally.
But hey, if you've already got one, definitely this.
Yeah.
The Destiny stream, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I think at least a couple hours, at least a few hours.
We still have to determine that. It's probably going to be around the same length as this stream.
Things are still up in the air. This stream went 3 hours, and we'll have a shell up on the site tomorrow, letting you know when, where, how long.
It'll be tomorrow afternoon.
Yes.
Gentlemen must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult, because from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
I wonder how many pages of dialogue these actors had to record for this game. With all the different...
Just a few.
Just one or two. With all the branching story lines and all that.
Vinny Vox, it is not online from what I understand. Yeah, we're ending the stream at 8 p.m. Central Time. Sorry if you're just joining us. We've been streaming for about 3 hours now. So we'll be, like I said, we'll be coming back again tomorrow.
My comrade, your agent.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches.
It's all right. You can join us next time, Org Sakura.
Well, that alliance has been dissolved irrevocably. I killed Letho and Lochmuin.
So we heard. It's a good thing you did. Saved our agents some messy and difficult work. I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here.
I don't know if we've gotten a whole lot of time with the crossbow yet.
Very little. It was introduced to us during the Griffin encounter, and to be frankly, I didn't use it. So.
The gentleman's attire. An important matter.
However, it is a weapon that exists, and you can upgrade your path in that as well.
On a scale of 1 to Fallout 4 confirmed, how happy are we with this game?
Good luck.
I'd say I'm extremely happy with what we've played so far, and Kim played through the whole game and really liked it. What we've played here tonight, I'm very, very much sold at this point. Let me put it that way. I'm going to go home and play this game. Let me put it that way.
Yes, 100% agree.
More like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have.
Thanks for joining us, Solid Link. Hopefully we'll see you in some future streams. Always love the guys who come back time and time again, who can gain some familiarity with us.
Black, black, or black.
It's like Dan Tack's wardrobe.
That's why I picked it.
Raw Dog 1 asking about the differences between the console versions. So far, I guess just some resolution differences, right?
I don't know if anyone here can speak to those differences.
We're playing on PS4.
As we haven't had the time,
True.
right?
True. All we know is the PS4 version looks great.
This is the PS4
Bestie
version.
Hammer,
That's what we know.
thanks for joining us. Big Daddy Toad, Joe, Juba, we don't know. He just went away one time.
He ran away.
Like 1 minute. We looked this way, we were watching the game, and we looked over and Wade
That
was
was a
sitting in
really
his place.
that was a really confusing part of the stream, I remember.
Hey Tate, good to see you.
And they say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit
And
satisfy?
they say,
I don't know if that fits the character very much.
I like Let me try something else. Later, sweaty couch.
But tough when in Nilfgaard.
Yes.
It's a saying.
We called him JJ on the way out, Big Daddy Toad. So I mean, you missed that.
We're gonna continue that trend.
The gentleman's complexion
Hey,
is
D Gamers Net. Sorry, you're joining us 3 minutes before we end. But,
Right.
Sadly.
Good seeing you.
confirm that he knows how to bow.
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes, but I mean, that's the series, really.
So, like, based on the initial first chapter we did, it seems like there's a lot of stuff like this, and then you have the open world to do in that area, and then probably back to something like this. But that's an assumption based on just what we played today.
Yes, Mr. Michaels, we are the same guys who put out the magazine, and Maxime Gerard TIJ. Yeah, we're sorry you're joining us so late in the stream, but we will be streaming again tomorrow, Destiny House of Wolves.
And if you are late and you do want to see it, this is all going to get archived, and it's going to go up on our YouTube as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Pretty much right after this is done.
Yeah. And yeah, as D. Perrette points out, it's a long cutscene, but
hand flat,
We are playing through a lot of dialogue stuff.
And I'm clicking the wrong option here because I'm trying to.
And you're learning how to bow.
Yes.
Very important.
And Maxime Girard, you can check out any of our streams archived on our YouTube channel.
Lacking fluidity
Yes.
and grace. But we've learned to expect less of.
Will we finish this before the stream ends? I don't know.
Come with me.
Finish
All
what?
right. There
There we go. We're out.
All right. So get any last-second questions in. We're going to be wrapping up in a few minutes here.
Under a minute.
Under a minute, to be precise.
boy.
Hardest part of the game. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's been.
How many hours will gameplay will end up in the end? We don't know yet. Kim played.
Kim said what? 70 to 100?
Yeah, Kim played a lot. How's the weather up here? Pretty crappy. No, it's been all right lately.
Pretty crappy.
It was pretty crappy this morning when I walked into the office.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your choices affected the story or the world? Absolutely. We can't really attest to that, but Kim's sure did. Geralt looks like Alucard. I can see that.
I like that one. I like that one. Whoever said that is cool.
That would be Sluty Armor Mod.
Excellent.
Paulina Powa, his hair, heart. It's me, Joshua Lee, said he just bought this game, so I guess we'll see you in a 70 or 100 hour period after you finish. I just got proposed to in the comments, so unfortunately I'll have to turn you down for now. For now.
For now.
Sword or the whip? Have we seen the whip at all? Is there a whip?
Sword or whip? That's a different. That's referring to the the Castlevania.
Okay. I've seen the whip get brought up a couple times, so I didn't know if there was a whip.
Is there a whip? I mean, we haven't seen it.
When is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta coming out? I don't know if they've given a time yet. I know it's. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll hear more about that at E3.
All right, Shea, one more question.
Yes. One more question. Let's see.
One more and then we're out?
One more that we haven't answered before.
Okay.
The wild hunt pursues her.
Let's get one more in. I know it's a delay here. Any word on Cyberpunk 2077?
We're not going to count that one because we
don't know. What is love? I don't know. I'm asking.
Baby,
don't
hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Yeah.
No more.
Thank you for that, Wade.
Somebody's asking us to shut up and watch the cinematics. We will be shutting up soon, but you will not be able to watch the cinematics.
Right. We're going to have to bring it out.
Sorry, guys. I'm not going to get any more questions in. Walking Dead or Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad. Thanks for joining us. Game Informer Live. I'm Brian
These guys
Shea.
are making me leave.
This is
I want to keep
Tack.
streaming.
Wade Wojcik in the studio. And thanks for joining us. Follow us on Twitter, Brian P. Shea, Dan Tack, Wade Wojcik, and we're out. See you next time.